and the Cavs came back from 3-1 and won a Game 7 against the Golden State Warriors in that incredible, back and forth series that those two franchises had. So it's been since 2016. I can see we had a conversation yesterday just about the viability of basketball, and there's kind of two opposing views here. One are, trending toward record low TV ratings for the finals. And so that's what we've always used. It's a fair measurable. It's what we use as a measurable of interest in sports. Even those are probably a little bit overstated. The NFL has one other huge advantage, man, when it comes to dominating the TV airways. They for the most part, they play it all in one day. You only have to devote one period to your team. So sure, your minutes watched, you're gonna watch, you may have 7 baseball games on your schedule as a fan in a week and only watch 4 or 5 total hours. You get that with just one, of your football games. It's packaged up and it's neat and it's nice and it's there for you, and throwing fantasy football and everything else. But this isn't a conversation about football being king. That's too easy. But we have these two, the other side pushing back on these TV ratings trending low, or it's the sale of the Lakers for $10 billion. You don't buy an entity for $10 billion in a dying business. No one does. So there's that. I did pull this up yesterday. It is the most this is from 2023, ET, the most watched sports leagues by minutes watched. The NFL, again, king of the court by a mile. 900 minutes are such a small time frame. They got to measure it in billions, but 974 billion minutes of football watched in the United States, of NFL football. Number 2, who do you think it is, MLB or NBA, E?
I would say MLB.
It's 974 billion for NFL. MLB, 329 billion. Also, by the way, far from dead. Yeah, the NFL's doing about 3 times what you are. But the NFL is such a machine that ain't terrible. Then the NBA checks in, just a little bit still behind Major League Baseball at 285 billion minutes. It's just in the U.S., billion minutes a year watched by U.S. sports fan consumers. That's how many and that billion keeps coming up this week, E.
Billy.
We keep trying to tell you how much a billion is. So if America is watching 285 billion minutes of NBA basketball a year, no matter what the ratings say, that's a lot. We'll have a Game 7. We'll see if that provides any kind of ratings boost. By the way, the NHL, 181 million. And then MLS, I don't know why it was even in the poll.
Did they break a Billy?
Only 3. 3.1 billion for MLS, 976 billion for NFL. So, yeah, soccer's coming, but it ain't came. MLB, 329 billion. NBA, 285 billion. NHL, 181 billion. That's why they're the big 4. They dwarf any and all other things. Be interesting to see the major college sports sprinkled into this polling, right? Like college football. Because now you're talking about, my gosh, 136 programs if you're doing D1 that are being eyeballed every week. So there's that. All right. I'm going to stick with basketball here only because the newcomers are being introduced. Florida has started their summer workouts, the Gator basketball team. Suddenly now considered among the cream of the crop again with legitimate chance to repeat. The word legitimate there in that context is very loose. Teams do not repeat, right? Duke did in the early 90s. Florida didn't do it again until the mid-2000s, and then it looks like about every 15 years you'll have a team and a group that's capable of winning back-to-back national titles. Duke early 90s, Florida mid-2000s, UConn 20 years later. First and foremost, often a national title winning team loses all its players, its major players. The turnaround, the rebuild can't be quite that quickly. Can't be made that quickly. And so often, even if you're a tournament team, you're nowhere near strong enough to be considered a national title contender, where Todd Golden has emerged out of this offseason with exactly that, a national title contender. And a big reason is what he was able to do in the backcourt with two of the top transfers in college hoops and certainly two of Florida's. Boogie Flan of Arkansas, Xavier Lee of Princeton, meeting with the media after the Gators held their first summer workouts. Man, you want to talk about tough shoes. Walter Clayton Jr., Elijah Martin, both expected now to be taken in the draft next week, were some sort of wonder twins in that backcourt because Clayton made all the offensive plays and Martin brought a defensive intensity and a blue-collar mentality that I think translated even to the front court and some of the young players there with Halk and Condon and others. But Boogie Flan was the number 3 point guard in the portal, number 7 player overall. Xavier Lee also cracks top 10, top 15 lists. So those are a couple names to keep an eye on as, well, it's going to be quiet here. This is only news because teams are reporting for their first workouts. So we're going to go into, basketball hibernation. The team will probably take a trip this summer, scrimmage with another college or play a national team somewhere. The schedule for Florida basketball has just been, it's probably the best schedule in Gator basketball history. It really is. They play Arizona, they play UConn, they play Duke. They've potentially got Wisconsin on the schedule, play FSU and Miami both. And boy, what a year to be a season ticket holder in Gainesville. Now, all those games are either neutral or on the road, but the home schedule, the big boys in the SEC, they all come to Gainesville. Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee, Kentucky makes a trip. Those schedules were announced earlier in the week. All right, look, here's the reality. There's a couple ways I can play it on a day like today. It all comes down to, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Where does it fall on the good radio scale and is it really worth it? And that is, I could tipsy-topsy him a little bit. Mets are struggling, man. The pitching is no bueno. You just got swept by the Braves. The only team on the schedule that Dan Hicken does not want to be swept by. Don't let him slow play it over there. He hates the Braves. He hates us. He hates you out there listening, Braves fan. He hates me as a Braves fan, maybe in some other areas. He hates me, a Braves fan. He hates the Mets. He hates the Braves. He hates what they've been to the Mets. Not a thorn. A dominant, team that they run at. They're the big brother. Extends their arm, puts the palm on the Mets' forehead, and they just swing their arms wildly. And they come to town. Mets had a 15-game lead over the Braves, 15 and a half, in fact, a week ago. Mets have gone stone cold, swept by Atlanta last night, 7-1 the final. But they faced Atlanta's 3 best pitchers, Schwellenbach, Sale, and Strider, and counter with 3 dudes on the mound that just aren't going to get out teams that they need to get, players and batters that they need to get out later in the year when it really matters. So, rather than be pushy, I recognize what just happened there. We'll get cocky and talk and back and forth and jab when, I don't know, you're not 5 games under 500 and 10 games out of first. There is slight life breath, I think, kind of blown back into the Braves. Just slight, just from the standpoint of, you're 12 games, you're 10, 11, 12 games under 500, and you're 15 games back a week ago, and now that number is 10 at least. But a long way to go. Atlanta's a 3-game series now, and the Mets got to turn around and go play the Phillies for 3. The Phillies have caught them this 6-game losing streak. So, and there's also this, in all honesty, the Braves have been an absolute dumpster fire all year. The old Dan Hicken would have been riding me mercilessly through this.
Uh-huh.
He's kind of held off on that. He's enjoyed his baseball team. He has allowed me to dismiss mine, and I know it bothers him when I do that. When I tell him they're done, when I tell y'all they're done, it bothers him because he's sneaky, doesn't trust it. So hopefully I'm wrong. I still declare the Braves dead as a doornail. It's a nice little 3-game sweep. Win about 15 more in a row, we'll talk. You'll be within 5-6 games, and God forbid over 500 where contenders lie. I think the Braves did get a boost from their front office this week, not with a move that was made, but if you missed Alex Anthopoulos, was interviewed earlier this week, and he was emphatic. Read my lips, and I'm not a liar. There is no chance, zero, we're trading Chris Sale. We will not be sellers at the deadline. We'll be buyers. Your locker room hears that, and even though they're not doing their part, and they're scuffling and stumbling along like the Bad News Bears, at least hearing that belief perhaps gave them a little bit more juice. At the end of the day, if the Braves are going to be for real, what they've got to do is they got to get on a plane, go to Miami, and sweep the Marlins. No offense, E.
It won't be a problem.
I mean, you're 5 games under 500. Great. You just swept the Mets, and all it did was get you 10 games back. So, yeah, I'm not feeling real bullyish right now when it comes to baseball talk. I'm going to stay in my lane right now, which is a distant third place from the 2 teams tied for the National League East. The Braves are 10 games back of both the Phillies and Mets. So, is it nice? Was I sure they would blow it last night and only win 2 out of 3? You bet I was. But you caught the Mets at a great time. That pitching, oof. And I know this is not their frontline guys, but that's not going to get it done. And they ran into the Braves' 3 best pitchers. They did it while they're slumping, and the Braves are relatively hot and at home. And I'll chalk it up to that, and I'll let them stew and simmer. Not there won't be a little bit of a poke. I think I'd get a little bit of a
Got to.
just a little bit of a poke, just some awareness. Some awareness what just happened there. Then I see he's got to turn around and place the Phillies, and they're calling up some dude to pitch. I don't even know his name, man. And these guys are going to like Babe Ruth baseball to find their starting staff, it seems. Talk to Captain Kevin Favor when we come back on the other side. Got a couple of Jaguar angles we're going to approach. Much more as we get up and rolling here on a Friday. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The jungle is a dangerous place. For Colts, Texans, and Titans.
And the Jags are going to win. The Jags are going to win.
1010 XL. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. College football finally got it right. They've now announced that there will be straight seeds. You win your conference, that gets you into the tournament. But it doesn't mean you'll be seated high. The best teams will be seated high. Sometimes college football takes forever to get it right. This one they finally got right. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here, experienced professional grade at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% APR financing. That's right, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere else in Jacksonville, so shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local woman-owned solar company. Did you hear? JEA is raising rates again. With summer right around the corner, those power bills are only going to go up. But with solar, you can take control of energy costs and say goodbye to rising rates. At Clay Solar, we make switching easy and affordable. Stop paying more for power and own it. Visit claysolar.com to schedule a consultation today.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers
And drainage
H2. Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, wants to make your flight in and out of Jack's a fun one. Stop by Vino Volo in the airport and enjoy 2 signature Brackish cocktails. Vino Volo has amazing food and cocktails before your flight. Brackish Vodka is the first clean craft vodka and made right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Brackish Vodka for whatever your sport is. If your sport is flying, your vodka is Brackish, proud partner of the Jaguars.
During the NFL offseason, 1010XL keeps the information engine turning.
There we go.
More.
Roll through the offseason with AA Automotive on Richard Street. Family run since 1954.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Summer in Jacksonville is coming in hot. Lauren Brooks here. Beat the heat with Turbo Tint. Their window tint blocks up to 99% of harmful UV rays and keeps your ride cool and comfortable. Book today at orangepark.turbotint.com.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Jacksonville is staying cool with Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Don't sweat HVAC costs. Special financing makes upgrades a home run. Choose high-efficiency AC systems, spread payments over time, and keep the savings in your pocket. Apply fast, get approved quick, and enjoy comfort now. Over 20 years of HVAC expertise awaits. Get a quote today before the summer savings melt away.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
Little banjo, little bait, a lot of sun, some fishing. Morning, Captain Kev. How are we doing?
Morning, Jeff. How are you?
Who won? You had Hovland. Did I lose?
I did.
You won.
I did.
So you had Hovland.
Yep.
My closest was. I thought Scheffler may just. I was just waiting on Hovland to implode a little bit more down the stretch. I wasn't sure where he finished.
By the way, so was I.
Yeah, I know that was. I enjoy it. I'm there for it. You guys just go make your doubles, and there were here. By the way, for all of the talk of the incredible tough conditions and they were and the high scores and the fairness. Every single one of those happened because the best in the world couldn't hit the ball where they were trying to. We lose sight of that sometimes. I got Terrell Hatton on the side of a bunker and missing it and looking at it and complaining. Here's an idea, Chief. Don't hit that drive over the. Yeah. Right. Hit a 5-iron out in the middle then. So that part of when they complain about the rough, I get a kick out of that, buddy. Just hit it in the fairway then. That's what y'all supposed to do.
The thing is that yes, the U.S. Open has some rough. I mean, other golf courses do too. You know what I mean? I mean, even the players. I mean, there was some don't hit it in there.
I think the problem is so many of those are played up northeast, and it's not that Bermuda rough, and it just grabs it
Oh,
just
it's,
that,
by the way,
that
it
much
is,
more.
it is different.
Yeah, and it does. It'll grab. You can't get it out like you can muscle it out of it here. Now, look, to your point, when the players really lets it grow, and then that's a problem too. But I think that rough they were dealing with the other day is a different animal. But I think they've gotten so used to, and maybe golf courses do this, some strain of grass that doesn't allow you just to hit it 350 and feel more confident gouging out, a pitching wedge than laying it back and having to hit, 8-iron or 7-iron. I don't know, but
by the way, fantastic watch though. I mean, they coming down the stretch. It was great Father's Day. I was with my dad and my brother, and watching that golf, those last 9 holes. You had no idea, bro.
And for the exact opposite reason of why you normally don't have any idea. Like normally you don't have any idea because you're not sure who's gonna go 3 under in the last. This is who is gonna screw up the least. Who's gonna drop the fewest shots coming in. Now it turned out Spawn gained a couple. He was the only one. The rest of them, the best they were gonna do would be even par coming in.
Yeah. I mean, that chip shot that Hovland hit on 17. Was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, because he could have, he could have knocked it in the bunker, and he made 6 just as easily. As
That was big
3.
for the bait bet.
It was big for the.
So we're
bait
down
bet.
to the British. That's it. So I've determined this. The bait will be. I don't care who likes what. Will be Guinness. It'll be Guinness bait. We're down to 1-6. It's one measly 6-pack of bait will be exchanged this year.
Yes, it will be. Yes.
And I say Guinness. At least that's where I'm going.
You rode Rory for
I did
2 tournaments.
Yeah, and then what you had Scheffler in the PGA. You rode him there, and then I was able to get him here, but not quite enough, of course. So he'll win this week, obviously.
Yes. You were trying to shut me out. So
I haven't picked him. I have not picked. I have not. The weeks I've been able to pick Scheffler, either brunch with the tour or with you or in fantasy, he doesn't hit. And then the weeks I don't play him or I can't, he wins. Go figure.
There's something to be said about that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, it's hot as blazes. What? How's fishing?
It's absolutely. This is the crazy time of year. We have what fishermen call a thermocline, what scientists call an upwelling, and our water is cold. It is just the weirdest thing. You go out on the ocean right now, you almost have to wear a jacket.
What?
It's.
What is the water temperature?
It's insane, 74.
Wow.
Yeah,
What's it normally now? About 88?
And by the way, further south, like during old school, Daytona was 71, almost in the 60s.
Now I know that can affect the offshore. Does that affect certain fisheries more than others?
It affects everything.
Everything.
I mean, just like this week. Here's a great example. There have been mahi caught within 9 miles. There was an African pompano, which I haven't gotten an exact weight, but it's sometime somewhere around 35 pounds.
Is that the one that has like the big, like almost a wing off the top fin, or no? It's just a big pond.
Yeah. Which is a way offshore fish. Had talked to Captain Ricky before yesterday. He was bottom fishing offshore 21 and had a whole school of dolphins. Mahi come up to him. I caught 2 giant cobia yesterday.
Nice.
Which were really nice. I was pumped. So and by the way, never had a kingfish bite all day.
And you were fishing for kingfish?
Yeah, well, you're slow trolling,
and you caught the cobia on that,
But you're, I did. Once I caught the first one, I changed my tactics a little bit, which means drifting and doing a lot of chumming, trying to get the cobia off the bottom, and it worked. So if you're going to fish this weekend, and weather looks amazing, southwest at 5. I mean, oh my God, today is just going to be incredible. You have to think outside the box, Jeff. I mean, you really have to think, okay, what would I fish for in April? What would I fish for in March? Because that's your water temperature,
Well, see, like that would be normally. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'll forget. That would seem to be good for a surf fishing weekend because that water temperature is normal.
It's fun as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
so the
different.
surf fishing will be better this weekend. Surf,
yes, surf fishing should be fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Yeah.
And by the way, if you're going to fish inshore, if you'll find your way somewhere within, I'm going to say 2 or 3 miles of an inlet. When this water temperature drops the way it is, these fish go ballistic.
Wow.
The red fishing this week and the flounder fishing in St. Augustine is as good as you will see it. I mean,
Nice.
it's fantastic.
Wow.
So you just have to think a little different. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, a thermocline! I'm not going to go fishing that." No, you have a much better chance of catching something else besides a kingfish this week. The beach fishing is going to be slow. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. But if you can make your way offshore to really pretty water, even though it's cooler, you got a chance of catching, again, something besides a kingfish.
So that cooler water, that doesn't affect the rivers or the intercoastal.
It doesn't go that far.
Yeah,
it doesn't go that
just
far.
maybe right there. Like you were saying, within a couple of miles of the mouth, you would maybe see some effect
that's
at least.
because of the tide, obviously.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So where this comes from, if you just happen to look at a weather map, we have had nothing but southeast winds and very light southeast winds over the course of. I mean, it's really been since the beginning of May. So whenever you have that, it over the warm water comes off the top, and the cold water comes from the bottom, and creates that upwelling. So yeah, and it's pretty cool though. I mean, to sit there yesterday and all of a sudden a school of 40-pound cobia come up, you're like,
man, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good work if you can get it, buddy.
Yes, sir. There's some scrambling going on there.
Well, that's awesome.
So, yeah,
Well,
it's going to be a great weekend to fish. And here's the other thing: riding around on the ocean and it's 74 degrees.
Yeah, you're like you said. That's a big difference, man. That water's that people, I think, lose sight of that. It can be the sun can be beating 90 degrees, but if that's water's low 70s, you're gonna feel nice.
Oh, it feels awesome.
What is it typically this time of year, and what is the hottest?
84.
What's the highest it gets in the summer? What's the highest water temperature you ever seen?
85.
That's about it. Yeah.
85.
That's a big difference. It's like turning on the AC. That's what it's like.
It's exactly what it is. It's turning on the AC.
You know, it's funny. I got a similar story. You can appreciate this being a golfer, but we would go play Whistling Straits sometimes, and I've been up there a few times, and we bring that Florida weather. I've been to Whistling Straits 3 or 4 times, and twice we brought like the hottest weather on record that day. But so we're playing at Whistling, and the way Whistling runs, Kevin, you start at kind of the clubhouse, you play either 1 or 10 kind of up the hill, and then you go along the coast. The front 9, you take a right, and you go play, and then you come back inland, you come back, and then if you're on the back 9, you play left. So that's both 9s are kind of scheduled that way. Well, playing the front 9 over there in inland, it was hot, and you walk there, hot, steamy, and hilly. And then we went to play 10, and then we got back up on the coast, and it had switched, and the wind switched, and it was like a 30-degree temperature difference.
Yeah, sure.
In 5 minutes, from going sopped inland on the other side of the cliffs with the heat to getting up that hill and back on Lake Michigan, and
that's all water temperature.
It was like somebody turned on the AC, man. Yeah, and that's what it is. That was the point. It's that water temperature. It makes a big difference. All right, outdoor show tomorrow?
Outdoor show tomorrow. Yep, we'll all be there. It should be fun.
All right. Well, we can one last go round at the bait bet, and that'll be the British Open here in a couple of weeks.
It should be fun. All right, buddy. Have a great weekend.
See you, man. There he goes. That's Captain Kev here. I'm the boys on the outdoor show tomorrow. It's my favorite show here on 1010XL, not Name the Drill. And I like them all. Just saying. E.T., we kicked around Pete Prisco's top 100 list.
Okay.
And the Jags had what? They had Brian Thomas Jr.
Yep.
They had Josh Hines Allen.
Uh-huh.
Didn't they have another one down in the 90s? Maybe not. That may have been it.
Did Trayvon not make it?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of the point I was going to bring. Listen, expectations or opinion aside, Trevor Lawrence and Trayvon Walker have been good football players. But this kind of dawned on me as I was thinking about that top 100 list. If you've got a top 100 list and you pick number 1 overall in 21 and 22, those dudes got to be on a top 100 list right now.
Great point.
I mean, you can't draft guys number 1 overall Give them 3 and 4 years in the league, and they're not cracking the NFL's top 100. Now, these lists, buddy, they both like to win. And I got to be honest, I would expect both Trevor Lawrence and Trayvon Walker to be on that list next year. I expect Trevor Lawrence's play to greatly improve. I expect Trayvon Walker to continue his development. I expect the Jaguars to be a better team, which will bring a little bit more notoriety as well. But, yeah, you got a top 100 list, and I got the number 1 pick in back-to-back years, and neither one of those dudes are on it. Certainly that's a problem. Here's the new offensive coordinator, Grant Udinski, talking about the progress of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, there are little things here and there. Some are better done immediately after the play. Some are better done in the meeting room or at the end of practice or whenever the time is right. But he's been really good about taking coaching and progressing and learning from one rep to the next, taking each rep as its own. So I'm fortunate to have a guy who's willing to do that in order to improve on a rep-to-rep basis or play-to-play basis or even rack-to-rack in between periods.
Yeah, I think like improvement here, I don't think this is Trevor specific. This goes to, they would answer these questions similarly if asked about any particular player because they're all adjusting to a new scheme, right? Or they still get to know you. These coordinators and coaches never stepped a foot in the building, 4 months ago. All right, when we come back on the other side, we're headed towards a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. We have a familiar name on top of a PGA Tour leaderboard and I think some well-earned continued criticism of a certain former major winner who made a real ass of himself at the U.S. Open. And it's not aging well. It's aging more and more poorly. And there are now calls for the PGA Tour, even though it was a USGA event, to suspend this guy. And the more I think about it, the more deserved it is. So we'll get into that just a little bit on the other side. I also have a football fix. Do we got Sharks tickets today? We gave them away already.
We got Sharks tickets.
All right, so stick around. You have a chance to pick up some Sharks tickets for their weekend game coming up as well. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look for those bright green trucks and cans all over the First Coast.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Summer on the First Coast.
Well, I'm above in the sun and I'm having fun.
Is sensational.
Top of the world.
That's the sound of sunshine.
I got my toes in the sand. All I need is
1010XL. Your summertime fun station.
With the first pick in the 2025 draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Duck Duck Rooter, the #1 plumbing, septic, and air conditioning contractor in Florida.
Congratulations, Duck Duck Rooter. So tell us, how does it feel to be picked #1?
Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When you need help with any plumbing, septic, or AC issue, just give us a call and relax. We'll send one of our first-round draft picks to tackle your problems today. DuckDuckRooter.com. That's DuckDuckRooter.com.
Where does Northeast Florida buy cars? Arlington Toyota. Mia here, and why Arlington? Selection. Arlington has over 800 new and used vehicles all in one location with everyday low prices. Plus, right now, save big with 0 down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2023 Toyota Corolla. Or how about no payments till January 2026 and 60-day exchange. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter-mile east of 295, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
Jacksonville, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband and wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3,
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Are you ready to play this summer? At the First Coast YMCA, we're committed to being your home for health and wellness and a place for friendly competition with team sports for adults and for kids. Basketball, volleyball, pickleball, flag football, soccer. The Y has something for everyone at any age. Discover all the benefits of YMCA membership and find your fun this summer at the Y. Registration for team sports and summer camps is open now. Visit fcymca.org.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T.
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text KETTLE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text KETTLE to 321-321. That's KETTLE to 321-321.
Want your son or daughter to enjoy sports year-round? Then log on to i9sports.com with summer and fall registration open right now, including girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows, plus plenty of other spots and sports on the First Coast. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 for a discount.
The NBA playoffs are here, and there's no better place to catch the action than Hurricane Grill and Wings. With slam dunk specials like $3.75 Miller Lite drafts, plus fresh, never frozen wings in over 30 flavors, and big screens everywhere. This is your home for all the games. Handcrafted cocktails, bold flavors, big plays. Don't just watch the games, experience them at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
High and deep. Right center field. Garcia is at the wall. Home run number 1 for Jack Caglione.
Yeah, there he goes. There's a jack for Jack. In fact, it was a pair of jacks for Jack. Caglione went on to hit his second home run. So first homer for the former Gator who got called up, a couple of weeks ago. Off to a slow start. I saw he's hitting under 200 going into the game last night. But a couple of hits, those 2 homers. Probably has him back over 200. Yankees losing streak is over. They beat the Angels yesterday. Mike Trout hit a home run in that one. It's pretty clear right now what the most hated rivalry is in baseball. No, it's not Mets Braves. It's the Padres and the Dodgers, and they just went through. They went head hunting all weekend, and it came to a head last night. This guy Mike Shildt of the Padres is the most disingenuous son of a bee that I could ever come across. This guy is some piece of work, man. Murphy tells us this play. He's a former. His name is Mike Shildt, but really the L and the D are misplaced. They shouldn't even be in the name. His name should be Mike Shildt without the L and the D. Because this dude, don't look this dude in the eyes. You might turn to salt. This is a bad person. Maybe not a bad person. the most unlikable manager or coach that I don't have a personal tie to that I can remember. I sports hate this guy. I hope the Padres never win a game. And here's why. Last night's a perfect example. These two teams have been going back and forth, hitting each other. They've already hit Ohtani once. Keep that in mind, the Ohtani part. And Tatis gets hit a lot. Well, Tatis got hit last night, got hit on the hand late in the game. I get it. The Padres are frustrated. Hey, Schilt without the L and the D. You're the main proponent and instigator of this type of stuff, buddy. You're not fooling anyone with this, because it's an all-timer, this quote this guy's about to give. They hit Tatis. Roberts comes out. He's ticked. I don't think it wasn't intentional. It looked like it got away from him. Either way, it's frustrating if you're the guys getting hit. I get it. Schilt loses his mind. He runs out. He and Roberts have to be separated, the Dodgers manager. Roberts chanks him a little bit, pushes him a little bit. Then they go more crazy. But then this a-hole, Mike Schilt without the LD, in the postgame, dares take off his glasses, get pensive, and talk about how irresponsible it is to hit a guy like Fernando Tatis, one of the top 10 players in the game, so important to the team. Hey, Nimrod, you intentionally went at Shohei's head the next inning. Which one is it? You flaming hypocrite? Ooh. Mike Schilt with no L and no D is a worthless sack of management, man. Bleep that guy. Golly. I just look at him and I get churned up with anger, E.T.
I feel it. Ooh.
This dude wants to complain about his, star attraction being hit accidentally, and then he's going to turn right around and intentionally throw it. He threw high at him. Threw his head. You're a piece of work, boss. Bleep you, buddy. Shohei did something last night I'd never seen before, E. Tatis had gotten hit in the top of the inning. Benches cleared. Fists are about to fly. Managers are chest to chest. You come back in the bottom of the inning, and Schilt, protective of the game and the players and intent, they intentionally throw at Shohei high. I mean, it's like I'm off the shoulder. So they hit him, and buddy, it's like a boiling teapot. They're about to go, E.
Mm-hmm.
It's go time. And so Shohei takes it. He turns. He starts to walk down the line. You know what he does?
What does he do?
Holds up his hand to his dugout. Y'all just stay in the dugout, man. Let's play ball. Yeah, I've never seen it.
That's a leader.
I've never seen it calm like that. And the Dodgers were there, buddy. Like that sprinter pose.
Yeah.
They're on the top deck. They're getting ready to come right back out on the field. And this time, they're going to be fist thrown.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it like Shohei stopped, gathered himself, looked at the dugout, held his hand up, said, "Y'all just settle down, man."
Yeah, that's strange. There's not that one guy that didn't even see it, and just boom,
they were ready.
Out.
That shows the come. Let me tell you whose team it is.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
Yeah, hey,
yeah. It's not Freddie Freeman's team. It's not Dave Roberts. It's not Mookie Betts. It's not Clayton Kershaw. Yeah. That's Shohei's team already.
Yeah.
My man said, "Man, y'all are a bunch of children. Stop." After he's the one that just got buzzed by his tower's the one that just got buzzed. He got plunked hard up around the shoulder. It was an egregious clapback by Mike Schilt with no L and no D. Egregious. Should be suspended for throwing at the baseball's best, most valuable asset, for throwing at his face. Schilt with no LD. 10 games for you, Bubba. Take a walk off the pier. Take your fan base with you. Those 4 Nimrods chanting before a playoff game. Let them just walk you right down the pier like it's the deck of the Titanic. Have you gathered I don't like Mike Schilt?
But he don't like Mike Schilt.
I don't like Mike Schilt.
No LD.
But what Ohtani did last night, I've never really seen that either. Scary moment for the Rays last night. A line drive into the dugout. It hits one of the relievers in the face. He was taken off on a stretcher. He did give the thumbs up to the crowd as he left. This Pete Crow Armstrong cat for the Cubs is having some whale of a year. Now the Cubs lost yesterday. They're one of the real surprise stories in baseball. They lead the Central, and it's not fluky. They're playing really good. They're doing it without their top 2 pitchers, but Crow Armstrong's been the reason. I guess, would he be the MVP if it were today? He might be. Homered again yesterday, but also at Wrigley. A bat slipped out of a batter's hand, and it went up into the screen behind the plate, so that it was jammed through the netting. Ooh. So it was more on the side of the stands than it was the field.
Yeah.
But it was about, 12, 15 feet up in the netting. Some dude looked like about 30-something-year-old accountant, hopped on the net, climbed up there like Spider-Man, grabbed him a bat, and sat back down.
Let me get that.
I guess he got to keep it. I don't know. My man goes just like Spidey right up the side there.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there was one other baseball note that really caught my eye yesterday. It's just a shame that if this were other sports, this would have been so previewed even. But, Paul Skeens of the Pirates, one of the best young pitchers in baseball. Tarek Skubal of Detroit, same deal. He was the Cy Young Award winner. He won the Triple Crown in the AL last year, just like Chris Sale did in the NL. Those two teams played each other in a doubleheader yesterday, and Skubal pitched the first game for Detroit, and Skeens pitched the second game for Pittsburgh. Yeah, Detroit won their game, and Pittsburgh won their game, but I'm sitting here thinking, throw them out there against each other, man. Let's see Skubal versus Skeens. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let me give some news and notes from around the National Football League. It's so funny to me. Sometimes we'll talk about someone that we haven't talked about forever, and dang if they don't end up in the headlines within a day or two. We were talking about Adrian Peterson yesterday for a variety of reasons.
Bruh, we literally was just talking about it.
And so now there's video emerging of Adrian Peterson getting into a fist fight at a poker game. Playing poker, seen on video, exchanging blows with another player. They're yelling and swinging their fists at each other. At the beginning of the incident, someone stepping in attempted to separate them. The two then moved around the room, knocked over some chairs, bumping into furniture. People could be heard yelling, attempting to encourage them to stop the punches. The rest of the room being held back. This looks like it's in like a poker room too, E.T. Or it's at someone's house and they have like big time.
No, it was the poker room. It's like a arranged poker room.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, and they're friends apparently.
Do we know who it was? It's not a player.
No, it's Adrian Peterson and one of his friends. They knew each other. They got into an argument about a hand. Yeah, I dug into it a little bit. So they got into it about a hand, and after they fought. No cops were called, no charges were pressed, and Adrian Peterson apologized. I feel bad about it. We're good. No big deal. Move forward.
I think we have relationships that are like that. Sometimes it's a brother, sometimes it's a real good friend, sometimes a buddy, a family member. Sometimes that goes, water over the bridge, right?
But that one blow that AP threw, if he would have connected with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa! I don't know if I could have hit my friend like that.
Yeah, that's going hard, isn't it? It's probably going a little bit harder than what you think. All right, continuing with the football fix. By the way, I forgot to tell you, brought to you by the Home Course, Jones Creek Golf Club.
Shout out.
Tee it high, let it fly. We'll see you on the course. Also, by the Jacksonville Sharks. Got a home game. Going to give you a chance to win tickets here in just a second because I'm just about ready to go here. We learned that it's time to put a restrictor plate on the Sanders mobile up there in Cleveland. Turns out that was his second time he'd been popped for speeding this month. And, speeding's one thing. You get triple digits, man. I don't care who you are, athlete or not, where you're driving. Triple digits, you're starting to tempt fate. And too often when you're on the road, your fate involves too many other people. But so, yeah, apparently not just one, but 2 speeding tickets this week. We got more football talk as we move along here on a GFL Friday. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Sharks tickets right now. Give us a call, 641-1010.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Eli Manning.
The Giants have won the Super Bowl. Your MVP, ladies and gentlemen, Eli Manning.
On 1010XL Jacksonville Sports Radio. Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold's recently hit an all-time high at over $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Florida heat hitting like a heavyweight? Time to call in the champ. KO Electric and HVAC. We knock out the heat and power up your comfort. Fast, reliable, and undefeated in home service. KOElectricJacks.com. KOElectricJacks.com.
It's a battle for the playoffs as your Sharks take on the first place Steamwheelers. Catch all the action this Saturday, June 21st at 7. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 food vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700.
Prosser here. Come cheer on the Sharks as they circle a playoff bid. It's Star Wars Night presented by HCA Florida Healthcare. Dress up in your favorite costume. Get photos with your favorite Star Wars characters before the game. The first 1,000 kids get a free lightsaber. Join us on the field after the game for a free autograph session and special jersey auction. Tickets start at just $15. Call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. Sharks football, where memories are made.
Go Sharks!
Maxed out on credit cards, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, Hicken here, and every Friday I'll help you put together your sports weekend so you know where you want to go and what you want to do. Watch for Musings with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook, locked down by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam! a.m.
Are you experiencing high energy bills? Now is the time to upgrade your old inefficient windows and doors. Don't miss Renewal by Anderson's 30th anniversary sale. For a limited time, buy one, get 130% off all windows and patio doors. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com now to take advantage of this incredible offer. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. Restrictions apply. License number CGC1527613.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coating. No massive overhead means top prices on top quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios too.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. Jaguars senior reporter Brian Sexton told Hacker After Dark that head coach Leon Cohen left camp feeling fired up.
Because they had most of the roster there, the entire program, they felt like they were in a good spot when minicamp ended.
Meanwhile, ESPN's Greg McElroy laid out the worst case scenario for the Gators, a brutal schedule that could test Florida.
Get off to a poor start. You're looking at your schedule. You're 3-3. You're 2-4, whatever it may be, depending on how it all shakes out. That's the worst case scenario.
And Duval's getting ready to roar. Over 60,000 fans expected this season, and the Jaguars and Everbank Stadium partners are hosting a massive job fair on Tuesday, June 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Prime Osborne Convention Center. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:02 and it's 75 degrees. Time and Tim brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the
You know it! Sweet Friday! I need a little emotion, please. Hey! Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! We need a little... Take it Friday.
Oh, here we go. This is where he freestyles.
Come on.
Go Dan, go Dan, go Dan, go Dan, go. Go Jeffrey, go Jeffrey, go. Go Dan, oh, go Dan, oh, go. Go Dan, go Jeff, go Dan, go Jeff. Yeah!
You know what I say right here?
What'd you say?
You know what I start thinking about?
Let me know what you're thinking.
What comes to my mind?
What comes to mind?
One more time!
Oh, the boys are awesome.
Woo! Sweet Friday. Yes.
Well, we need a little pep because I'm distressed by something that I read in, what is this called? Financial Times. Have you seen this?
No.
Apparently, we're the most boring city in America.
Oh, I did see that.
I mean, how can that be? What? The bored new city of the South.
Not here.
Jacksonville ranked as the most boring city in the country.
Allen Iverson don't think so.
It's good to have a little bit of boring, but you don't want to be the most boring.
Listen.
And also, they obviously don't listen to this show. It's anything but boring.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but here's the point. I was trying to get to this. This also has to do with the show. I got it. Yeah, this is another prime example of the T-shirt. This is a bad list.
A list.
Because you're telling me these idiots, you ready? These are the cities that aren't as, quote, boring as Jacksonville that these goofballs would rather live in. They'd rather live in Wichita, Kansas, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Tallahassee.
Trapasso did the list, didn't he?
Albuquerque. Yeah, we all want to leave Jacksonville for Albuquerque tomorrow. How about Tulsa, Oklahoma? Doesn't that sound like a destination for excitement and fun?
Sioux Falls is crazy.
Bleep this list, man. Colorado Springs. What?
Trapasso did it. I know he did.
So there you go. That's why we play Friday, to pump up and alleviate
It's a sweet
the boredom.
Friday. It's a sweet Friday.
You bet she is.
It's it's summertime.
She dressed skimpy.
Summertime in Jackson.
She dresses skimpy in the summer.
I like it.
But, it's classy.
You hate this Padres skipper.
Gosh, I hate him.
You got to let that go.
Yeah, I can't.
It's clouding your judgment.
Nah.
I mean, you can't hit Fernando Tatis 3 times. Of course you're going to hit Shohei back. And they didn't hit him in the head. They hit him in the back.
Tried to hit him in the head. They hit him. They went high. They went high.
I
on
swore
Shohei.
it. He hit him right in the back.
The bottom line is
Shoulder
this:
blades.
you can't give a lecture.
And then you're saying
on
fists are about
propriety.
to fly. How long you've watched baseball your whole life? How many times on your one hand can you count where guys actually got into a fight? Baseball players, love you, Murph, are the absolute biggest sissies in sport.
Oh, dear.
Them boys come running out of the dugout laughing. I mean, there's no pushing and shoving. That's all we do.
Mike Schultz is the worst human being in professional sports. He's just a dastardly son of a so-and-so. He's a hypocrite. He's a know-it-all. He's everything. Here's my point. My point is you can't give a lecture on the importance of protecting the best players in the league when you order your pitcher to hit the best player in the league. You can't have it both ways.
They hit Tatis 3 times in the series.
I get it. And they
gotta
hit Shohei
retaliate.
twice.
You got to retaliate.
Then retaliate
And they
against
did.
Pages or against somebody not named Shohei.
Tatis is their Shohei.
Yeah, give me a break.
Well, he is. I got no problem. I thought
think
it was 100%.
and also
and Shohei was good
I think
because he
intent
knew.
matters.
Shohei knew.
I know he did. I think
He's
intent
like, all right.
matters.
If Shohei was really a dog, what he would have done is caught the ball and flipped it back.
Yeah,
to him.
that'd be too.
That would have been gangster.
That'd have been too dog.
That would have been so gangster.
And the ironic thing is, here you are sticking up for the Dodgers of all people.
I'm not sticking up for the Dodgers. This has nothing to do with the Dodgers. This has to do
You
with
hate that
Mike.
dude that much?
No L, no D, man. He's a phony. He's a hypocrite.
Oh my goodness.
He's giving me a lecture on how important it is to be careful to Tatis,
They all
and then he
do.
drills the best player.
I was thinking,
He's
know,
a little snot nose.
I know. Ray Knight hit Eric Davis. Didn't your guy Profar? Was he in a fight at second base?
I don't know.
You can count the number of actual punches on a baseball field on probably one hand, and we've watched probably thousands of.
Maybe I wasn't clear. This isn't an
You're like,
editorial.
they're about to swing fence.
This isn't the editorial on the state of baseball or baseball fights. This is simply another statement, another example of a guy who I can't wait till he gets fired the next time.
Yeah, you hate him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sports hate him. Yeah, big time.
That's some serious.
If I could fire any coach in all of sport, it would be him.
Him or Sleestack?
Him.
Oh.
Him. More than Sleestack.
Yeah, I don't care about Sleestack.
Sleestack, whatever. He's got so much money. Just throw $1 billion at me. I'll be all right.
He's got.
Yeah. But this guy's Schilt, man. This guy acts like he's Tony La Russa. It annoys the stew out of me. He thinks he's something. Shut up.
Maybe-
You're the Padres manager.
Maybe Schilt was one of the singers for the Padres.
He might be. He
one
would
of
be.
the
I bet you this. He hangs out with those dudes. Let's just put it that way. Yeah.
This was this remains disturbing.
Okay.
For us and our football team, because here we are, another year is come and gone. You know, Bob Barker hair on my head.
Ooh,
white as snow now.
Salty.
You know, in the fall of our lives. You know, the third quarter, the back nine, if you will. And here's another year. How many do we got in the top? How many dogs do we got in the top 100? E.
2
The problem is
we can't afford to add one a year. E. We need more. We can't. That's another 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the ones that we've picked got to step up this year. You know, we talked about that, and you can kind of bring that make or break thing in. That's what we need. We need those guys.
You can't have 2 number 1 picks not crack top 100 list 2-3 years later.
That's a very good point.
I mean, you got the
Gotta
number
have
1
it.
pick of Trevor and Trayvon, and neither is viewed as top 100.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. But I mean, here we go again. And that's the sobering part of the excitement of the offseason. The sobering part is then you start looking at everybody else. And you go, oh boy, you know, and you don't have anybody in the top 10. You don't have anybody in the top. Now look.
Those lists are they vary quickly.
They are. And let's say this year a bunch of dudes have a good year. Let's say.
Do you think those two will
let
be?
me ask you this.
Okay.
You two tell me the potential top 100s on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Both those guys. In fact, that question
guys?
I would ask Trevor and Trayvon.
Okay.
If
Who
their
else?
Jags are any good,
Hunter?
They'll both be on the list.
Travis
next year.
Hunter?
And Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Outside of that, somebody's got to show me.
Okay.
There's nobody on this. Maybe Foye, if he has an all-pro year. That guy seems like he's just not going to get noticed.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he leads the league in tackles. He doesn't go to the Pro Bowl, so it won't be him.
There's one more guy that got potential.
Who you got?
Who?
Tyson Campbell, man.
I don't know. Boy, that's a long way off.
I think he could.
Has he been a top 100 guy yet?
No, he hasn't.
Because that one year he was rated very highly on this PFF scoreboard.
We should also say this. The one that we typically go with, Pete's getting a lot of run here, but it's usually that NFL player survey is the one that we really focus on. And that's still to come a little bit later this summer.
But it's not going to be any different.
Huh?
It's not going to be
It'll
any
be somewhat different.
No, I mean, as far as our guys.
Yeah, well, maybe Trayvon makes it.
Yeah, I think
Trayvon makes it there, maybe.
Okay.
I would think.
I don't know. Pete is the biggest Jag supporter as anybody, and for him not to have
and I will say this, too.
I know Pete. I'll say this. I promise you, Pete looked at Trayvon Walker and thought, okay, where do I put in?
No, I get it.
He's not in it.
I get it. But
I don't think
again, you're kind of the truth is this.
Yes, sir.
There's like a top 5 or 10 of that list, and
Yes,
maybe
sir.
20 to 80, they're just throw them in a bag.
No doubt. Well,
You know?
I mean, Cheat is a good example. He was like top 3.
Yeah.
And now he's.
My
out of the
point
list.
is,
Yeah.
I can find plenty of guys on that list from 50 to 100 that I'd be perfectly acceptable not trading Trayvon Walker for. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's like.
Who's better, Will Anderson or Trayvon Walker?
That's close.
Yeah, I think it's Will Anderson.
Yeah, well, you can.
Well, I mean, had 13 and a half sacks in his second season.
And Trayvon had 10 in year 2?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's fair.
And he's 56. That's why I bring it up.
Yeah. Well, give me who's next? D-end, like an edge rusher.
Oh, edge
I
guy.
think, I'll say this.
Let me look.
They're not 50 spots apart.
Okay.
Point being, with this list, this is one of those lists where it's like everyone's tied for 60th.
Well,
and then,
yeah.
They're real similar guys.
Yeah.
I suppose you would trade Trayvon Walker for Anderson. He's more of a pure pass rusher. He's more Josh Hines Allen.
He's got Josh Hines Allen. Josh Hines Allen put out a tweet yesterday. Did you see that, E?
No.
What was that?
What did he say?
I don't know what he was referring to. Maybe one of the Googans do.
What happened?
Let me find it because I saved it. It surprised me from him.
I'm hungry. I wish we had a
commissary
1010XL restaurant. We could go order up some grub this morning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Joshua Hines Allen, this is him. 45,000 followers.
Only 45,000
Family
followers?
Faith Football official Twitter account of the Jacksonville Jaguars linebacker Josh Allen, business media, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Not making the top 10 for my draft class is wild to me. I've never been handed anything, always had to earn every inch and still get misunderstood, but that's all right. Let's keep proving people wrong, just like always.
Okay.
What list? What?
Well, he went to that top 100, and there's probably he's not in the top 10
what it is?
of the guys on that list.
What year was he drafted,
That was
Jeff?
drafted his year. That's what I would say.
What year was he drafted?
Was he 17?
No, he wasn't on that 17. Oh yeah, no, he was 18.
Okay,
18
because he wasn't on the 17 team.
Stand by, please.
So that's what he's saying. He's saying that
That's what he's saying?
He's saying there are 10 guys ranked ahead of him on that top 100 list. That's how I would add it up.
All right, so Baker Mayfield, Saquon Barkley. I'm looking at the good ones here. Quentin Nelson, Josh Allen, the quarterback. Oh, wait a minute. He wasn't picked that year.
Was it 19 then?
Damn you.
It must. I just know he wasn't on the 17 team. I would have thought 18. But
What did you say, E?
Said 2017. But yeah.
It must be 8.
What
It
am
must
I
be
looking
19.
at?
It must be 19.
19?
Yeah, it got to be 19.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, because last year was his contract year.
Stand by, please. We'll try that again.
Yeah.
Let's
Do
review.
you want me to go to Pete's list so we can check them off, or are you just going to guess?
No, I'm just looking at the draft class and looking at, like,
How are we going to know which ones are ahead of him?
I don't care. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not.
Who else
Are
is
you
in
sure he was referring to that?
I don't know what else he could be referring to. I haven't seen, unless there's somebody who's the Pete's list is the most visible thing out right now, as far as I know.
I'm just looking at. We can form our own opinion. Nick Bosa was a second pick. Quinnen Williams. Let's see who else.
I'm not sure. Bosa's probably not ahead of Hines Allen. No, that one. You're right. I was thinking, yeah. Nick Bosa, sure. I was thinking Joey Bosa.
Yeah. Yeah, he should probably be. If that's the case, I would think he'd definitely be in the top 10. I'm looking at some of the. Let me just read the draft class. First round: Kyler Murray, Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams, Farrell, Devin White, Daniel Jones, Josh Hines Allen, T.J. Hawkinson, Ed Oliver, Devin Bush, Jonah Williams, Rashawn Gary, Christian Wilkins, Chris Lindstrom,
The late Dwayne Haskins, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Garrett Bradbury, Jeffrey Simmons, very well thought of. Noah Fant, Darnell Savage, first-round pick. College, please, for Darnell Savage? I didn't know this. I should have known this. Anyone? College, please?
Oh, God.
Darnell Savage is, I'm going to go Arkansas.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Oh, wow.
Maryland.
That was a guess.
Settle down.
I thought he was right.
Andre Dillard, Titus Howard, Josh Jacobs, Marquise Brown, Montez Sweat. Come on, no Sweat. Like Sweat might be ahead of him. That might be what it is, you know. Jonathan Abram. Yeah. And some other guys. Debo was picked in the second round. Byron Murphy was picked in the second round. Elgton Jenkins picked in the second round. A.J. Brown picked 51st.
I'm being told by Mia O'Brien that Fox Sports did a redraft of the 2019 draft class.
See, I knew it was something like that.
There you go.
Thank you, Mia.
And based off of that list, whatever you just said, Josh Allen's tweet is correct. Because
Well, give it to the 20. Let's look it up. Let's look at what she's talking about. Okay, Fox redraft.
Yeah, that's. But it's odd to me, like something like that would jump out and grab them.
Those guys,
Oh,
come on, man.
yeah,
you know better than
they
that.
see it. If they're on social media, they see that stuff.
It's some big. I mean,
Yeah, they
Come
see
on,
that
man.
stuff.
All right.
They definitely see it.
All right.
All right, June 11th, the 10 best players from the 2019 draft.
Yeah.
So it's just a top.
So
10.
he didn't make that list.
He didn't make that list. Here they are.
That's stupid.
Let's see. Let's see. We're going to start.
Trapasso do this one too?
This is Fox Sports. To my knowledge, Trapasso does not work for them.
Might have jumped ship.
Let's see. All right, number 1,
Okay.
Nick Bosa.
Okay. That's fine.
Number 2, Max Crosby.
Well,
Probably should
fine.
be number 1.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3.
I'm not sure Max Crosby's much better than
Then who?
than Josh Hines Allen. You have to give me those numbers, I guess.
All right.
Career sacks for Max Crosby.
Not all
versus
about
Josh
numbers,
Allen. Well, right. If it's not all about the sack numbers, Josh Allen probably grades higher. Not necessarily than Crosby. All right, number 3 is A.J. Brown.
Okay.
That's second rounder.
Yeah.
Dang.
A.J. Brown started one of the top 5 receivers in the NFL.
I got no problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just saying.
Something let's have him number 1.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, number 4.
He's got to do more.
Kyler's Trevor. Shown signs, done a little, hadn't done enough.
Yeah.
Had stretches.
Agreed.
Dexter Lawrence is 5th.
Good player.
A very good player.
Inside guy, yeah.
I'm not sure Jeffrey Simmons is better than
Different,
Josh Hines
different
Allen.
positions, but again, also.
That's 6.
very
7,
well.
Josh Jacobs.
See, now you're starting to get into the.
8, DK Metcalf.
No. Josh
9,
Hines out. No.
9, Terry McLaurin. First of all, McLaurin is better than Metcalf, but anyway. And then 10, Chris Lindstrom. The
He should be in the top 10.
He should.
Yeah.
Like they forgot him.
They forgot him.
I'd put him
They
up
saw
there
that Hines and got
5
confused.
or 6. I'd put him up there 5.
Maybe
I'd
they
put him
thought
ahead
they're-
of Simmons. I bet you he's ahead of Simmons in pizza list.
Maybe they thought they were thinking of Omarius Hines.
Former Gator. Great.
I'm not sure who he was.
Number 0.
Got some numbers for y'all, boys.
What do you got?
All right. Total tackles for Josh Hines Allen, 296. Total
Okay.
sacks, 53.
Okay.
Forced fumbles, 10.
Okay.
Fumble recoveries, 4.
Okay.
Passes defense, 10. Interceptions, 2. Defensive touchdowns, 1. Max Crosby, total tackles.
First of all, I'm not going to remember any of the numbers you just told me. Got to go boom, 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 boom.
Let's go with the big numbers.
The presentation.
Yeah, just give him
Criticizing the
both at same
presentation.
time. I am. I'm confused.
59 and a half.
To what? To
Total
53?
sacks to 53.
Yeah.
Forced fumbles, 9 to Josh Hines Allen's 10.
Okay.
He just it was the only overwhelming number Max Crosby has the total tackles. He has 366 to Josh Hines Allen's 296.
Yeah. Matters.
Yeah, it does, but it's not a huge difference.
No.
It's really not.
59 to
I thought it
53,
was
10 to
bigger.
9. Yeah. Anyway. All right, let's come back with a 10-minute drill. We're up and rolling here on a Friday.
1 second. Let me just
What do you got?
throw out that Dream
Okay.
Fighters
Oh, yeah, that's
poll
true.
question
Let's
real
go.
quick. Get that out there for
What
the boys.
year will the Rays move to Jacksonville? A, 2026.
I like that.
B, no.
This is an easy one. It's brought to you by Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the PGA Tour, and the Florida Gators. You can get a fixed 4.99% fixed interest rate right now at select move-in ready homes, 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville.
15 of them things.
Thank you, E. Just go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you. Appreciate Dream Finders, but real simple. Who wins Game 7? But I gave you 3 choices. Pacers, OKC, or I really don't care. Pacers, OKC, or I really don't care. Now,
OKC. Oh, I really, yeah.
now, it's interesting. It's very interesting to me Ehud, you both pick OKC, right?
Yep.
Yeah, which is fine. On this particular one, with 250 votes in, Indiana 30%, OKC 28.2%. I really don't care, 41.6%. So, but you had a good point yesterday with Doc Murphy. You know, everybody knows who's in the NBA Finals. And that's why the LA Lakers got $10 billion.
Right.
So, obviously, it's working. Okay, now you can vote, by the way. We got a couple hours left, and you OKC fans better step up.
I think OKC wins by 15 to 20. But I will say this:
you're laying the points in.
I've never seen a team though that fight. No matter how far they're down, they fight the whole game. Most teams don't.
They do.
You know, so they fall behind. At some point, they'll be down 18, and unlike if OKC was down 18, they weren't coming back. So I'm glad we got a Game 7. We'll see. First Game 7 since LeBron's comeback against the Warriors, 2016. Been a while.
This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
I know there's probably a good reason, but you now know who Dennis Santana is. You probably didn't know before, but he's the Pirates reliever who took a big swipe at a fan yesterday in the bullpen, like jumped up and swung at a guy. That's not a good look. He said, you guys know me. I'm a calm demeanor type of person. I never have any issues for any of the teams I've played for. This guy crossed the line a few times, but would not say what the fans said. He crossed the line. I'll leave it at that. I've never had anything like this happen in my 8 years of baseball, so I understand, but I don't know what that is. I don't know if security's got to do a better job, but what we can have happening are the players jumping up and swinging at fans. That's crossing the line as well on the other side of things. It will be interesting to see what Major League Baseball does going forward.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Connect with 1010XL.
On the line, online, with your friends. Now everyone's exchanging ideas.
Find 1010XL on your social channels.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools has a home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service. Shout out, do my pool and do it greatly every week. Equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Of course they do. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Man, you'll be happy you did. I did it a decade ago. I couldn't be any happier. You ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net. That's surfsidepools.net. Or give a call, 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas. You know who they are. Your hometown MVP.
It's the event everyone waits for. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. Now for a limited time, when you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Are you about to get married or been married for years thinking it's time for an upgrade? There's nothing that symbolizes your love more than the wedding band. Beards has hundreds and hundreds of bands from top designers in white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, pave set, eternity bands. And for men, masculine bands, wide, modern, with and without diamonds, hammered, brushed, engraved, lots of colors. Come to Beards now and find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beards can. And it's happening now through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol, Beards Diamonds, at St. John's Town Center.
Firehouse Subs has fries. Your hometown hero since '94 just cranked up the heat. Hot subs, crispy fries, golden, pillowy on the inside, and perfectly seasoned. Over 30 Jacksonville locations. Firehouse Subs, homegrown and now with fries.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious? Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us 641-1010.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hi, folks. Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
Summer in Jacksonville is coming in hot. Lauren Brooks here. Beat the heat with Turbo Tint. Their window tint blocks up to 99% of harmful UV rays and keeps your ride cool and comfortable. Book today at orangepark.turbotint.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it! All right, we got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack that he consistently tells me, Dan, it's not prize pack, it's razzle dazzle. Okay, well, what are we dazzling them with?
We're going to dazzle them with a pair of tickets to see Molly Hatchet.
Been down the road and I'm flirting with disaster.
Flirting with disaster. June 28th at the Florida Theater. Tickets are on sale right now at FloridaTheater.com, but one lucky winner will win a pair of tickets at the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on, somebody.
Well, and with no due respect to FinanceBuzz.com, we're about to prove you jokers wrong. 10-minute drill will be anything but boring.
I love I was watching last night, or actually maybe even this, I don't know when it was. It might have been this morning. I woke up a little early. No one really knows, but best thing I've seen about the NBA Finals, this cat TJ McConnell's old man, he's a nut job.
I can, you know what, without seeing, I could picture what he must be like.
And so they're interviewing TJ McConnell on the set of something. Maybe it's NBA channel. Okay. Because it's Isaiah and some ballers out there. And I'm just sort of watching. They're interviewing T.J. McConnell. They see the old man.
Van Pelt, basically.
Old man gets red-faced. He's white-haired, and he was a coach, and he's, yeah. And they go, come on over here. And so they gave him the mic, which was a big disaster. Not really. It was funny. And so I can see where, he's over-the-top dad. Now he coached a kid who's really good and pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. But he's saying things like, man, your son had a great game today. Yeah, except those 2 free throws he missed at the beginning. I knew those were going to be. I thought. So I'm like, oh, my God. That's number one.
Okay.
Then Isaiah Thomas, who, whatever you think of him, is a Hall of Fame basketball player.
I don't know. And
pound for pound, maybe better than Iverson.
Well, yeah.
Pound for pound.
I think he is better than Iverson.
Yeah.
He won. Iverson didn't win jack.
Yeah. So, anyway, I know. I'm trying to tell you.
Dude, you gotta wake up, boss.
You didn't watch
Isaiah won a natty as a freshman
hold
for
on.
Bobby Knight.
My bad. Y'all talk about Pistons, Isaiah.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
No, not the other one.
My bad.
I was starting to give him the Schilt treatment. I apologize. I got a little aggressive there with you. My bad.
He also dragged a bad leg around and won a title.
He won a game. He tore his ankle up and finished the fourth quarter and beat the Lakers when they were going for a 3-peat.
My bad.
Yeah, I got you.
But anyway,
Isaiah, by the way, I don't know why people this as it ages even further. He shouldn't be disliked. There's nothing he's no worse from a character or a behavior.
I think
Jordan assassinated him.
Yep.
Yeah, Jordan assassinated him. But anyway, so Isaiah goes, well, the word is, Coach, Mr. McConnell, you were much harder on your son than your daughter. His daughter is a WNBA player.
Okay. I think I'll never see her play. But
and he goes, well, listen, my daughter won 3 straight state championships. This guy, he lost in the state championship. The kid averaged like 43 points a game in high school. And TJ's just like, okay, Dad. It was a classic father-son. It was classic. And
he already knew what time it was with his dad.
Dude, he knew coming in. He knew what he was going to get. He knew. And he's just like, he's almost like, I'm sorry, guys. Just let him go. But then it was like, at the end, to Dad's credit, he's like, oh, man, are you kidding me? I'm going to OKC. I couldn't be any prouder of this guy. We're going to go watch him try and win Game 7. Yeah. I got a daughter in the NBA, a son in the NBA. I couldn't be any prouder of what they are. So that was good. But you could sense I'm going to push you and push you and push you.
If McConnell had come on Scott Van Pelt's set last night, he would have French kissed him. My God, he presented T.J. McConnell as LeBron James or Kyrie Irving last night, but he does play an important role. And I thought Legler made a good point about McConnell when his 2 points are worth more than 2 points because of how everyone reacts.
Yeah,
right. So
Van Pelt, by the way.
It's just a post-game show. It's terrible.
Starting to annoy me a little bit. He's big on this, Pros, because I've been watching a little bit more with the NBA Finals.
Last night, nothing but a post-game show. That shouldn't be Sports Center.
This is what he does, and it kind of annoys me a little bit, because he tries to make it a thing, and it's not a thing.
Okay.
But if you watch it enough, you see that he's trying to make it a thing.
Okay.
I write down a lot of notes during the game, and on here I have
our notes. He's
faith in hoops. I was just wondering how, and then he tries to get all deep, and I'm just
right.
I don't care about your notes. Just watch the game.
Yeah, here. This is the only way I'll give him any leeway. I don't think Scott Van Pelt wants to do an hour post-game show after every game. They do it for every sport. It's annoying. They don't do sports there anymore. We got a lot going on. It was a huge night in baseball.
Yeah.
All kinds of cool, neat, different things happened in baseball. Mm-hmm. You didn't get 1 second of it on ESPN's number one show. So I don't need to see 10 minutes of just raw post-game footage from Shea or Halliburton. And then he brings 7 people. I need Windhorst, Legler, Green, Smith. It just never stops, dude.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But anyway, the one thing about McConnell, though, that was a good point is when he scores a bucket, it's like scoring 5 points the way the crowd reacts. They love him. He's a spark plug guy.
Yes.
But the problem is when you interview 4 Pacers, you can't keep resetting the and McConnell a spark plug.
Right.
He did it with every player, with Toppin, with Halliburton, stop. Anyway.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, anyway, the Pacers even it up. And all
right,
college, please, for T.J. McConnell.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I think I don't know. I used to be better at this. I think it's one of 2. Is it a Big 5 school?
Well, there's actually 2 schools because he transferred.
Okay, did he play at a Big 5 school? Part of it?
Yes.
Yeah. St. Joe's?
No.
Hold on, I had the other one in my head, and now I said St. Joe's, and I've forgotten it. It's not Penn, it's not Princeton. What was the? It's
not a big. Is it Big 5 Philly school?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's not there. Okay, Marquette.
That's who I would have guessed.
Okay.
It's and I'm not sure how you say this. Is it Duquesne?
Duquesne. Okay, yeah, that's where I was. I was up there.
Kidding.
But I'm saying I was up there in that
Isn't Duquesne
Temple,
in Pittsburgh.
I would have said St. Joe's or Temple. I would have gone with.
But he transferred to Arizona.
Okay, I don't remember him at Arizona. Now that you mention it, I kind of vaguely do.
In 2014, McConnell helped lead the Wildcats to a 21-0 record to start the season. Teammate Brandon Ashley injured his foot. The season culminated in a Elite 8 appearance for the Cats. As a senior, voted first team All Pac-12. Helped Arizona to another Elite 8 where they lost to Wisconsin for a second consecutive season. So,
he was with what? Maybe the Bucks before.
Sixers.
The Sixers
and Pacers.
Okay. Yeah, he's good little role player. You know, every team has a guy like that who's the overachiever. He's Caruso. He's their Caruso.
Yeah,
basically, right? Real similar.
He's gotten a little better. You know, he's 10.2 and 9.1 the last 2 years. Maybe he's getting more minutes.
All right, I've put Mike Shilton to the penalty box, and I'll leave him there for months and months and months. And as this thing ages, and I don't like what I think Wyndham Clark should be suspended by the PGA Tour. I think he should take a seat for a couple of weeks. And I thought Brandel Chambly, I don't always agree with, stated it perfectly. This is like, you're a guest at these clubs.
Yeah.
This isn't your stuff to break and tear up. This is like somebody inviting you to a nice dinner, coming into your house, and then smashing
For
your
those who
dishes
don't know,
before they
Wyndham
leave.
Clark had a temper tantrum at Oakmont and smashed a locker.
Not just one. He destroyed 2 or 3 lockers.
And what I didn't like was his response yesterday.
Right. Like, well, you know, I'm sorry.
But I want to move past it. And no, Wyndham.
Well, don't forget, he's the same guy that they had to get. Remember at the PGA, he threw his driver at the back stand and put a dent in that. Remember that? Dang. He's the one that threw his driver on the tee, and it either hit or almost hit like one of the marshals. So you got to get it under. This guy's like Andy from The Office, man, just putting holes in walls.
I'm just excited that Rory looks like he's motivated this week.
Because you picked him?
Yeah.
All I know is the tour got to pick Scheffler again.
Yeah.
And he's going to win. Of course he is.
Yeah.
He won last year.
Right now?
Oh,
and by the way,
8 under, dude. He shot a 62 yesterday. He may go 32 under.
He may do it again. And by the way, he'll get the $4 million. And also, this will do it for the elevated events. So it's hard to catch up now.
Oh, this is the last one?
This is the last one. You get that 3 point. Yes, it is.
British.
Won't be. Yeah, that's true. I'm just elevated. There may be some that are worth more. Like, and by the way,
is it signature?
I designated whatever.
I'm the same way. I don't ever know which one it is.
Yeah. I will say this though. I guess we'll pick all the way through because they changed the format, right? We'll pick the Tour Championship this year.
I don't know.
They changed the format. They're all starting at 0.
Yeah, but we're not doing. Yeah, but the winner then automatically wins the thing. It's like $10 million.
Oh, I don't know.
The payout's like $20 million.
Well, we can't do that payout.
Yeah.
You've tried to claim that in the past, so this is rich.
If I'm behind, of course I would.
All right. So there you go. Wyndham Clark, Mike Schilt with no L, no D. They're both in the penalty box for me this morning.
Clearly.
Yeah. Schilt's never getting out.
I'm okay with the Wyndham one.
Yeah, I'd banish Schilt from the league. If it
Hatred for.
Yeah, I hate him. Yeah, I do. Sports hate this dude more than anybody else in sports right now. Anyone.
Let's grab a break. 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. E, one more time. Been down that road.
Get you a pair of tickets to Molly Hatchet performing live at the Florida Theater June 28th. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com. But one lucky winner will win a pair of them right now at 904-641-1010. Holla at your boy.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Steve Wonder of the world.
1010XL.
Hey, John, have you seen the exciting 2025 lineup at Randy Marion Cadillac?
They've got the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique. It's a Cadillac lover's dream.
And the best part, over 100 new Cadillacs are in stock and ready for you to drive home today.
Plus, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and experience luxury performance like never before.
Visit us today at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
Don't miss out on these incredible vehicles. Your new Cadillac awaits.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey, you can here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Oh, Beaches Dermatology, one of the best in the business. I go to the one off Solano Road, voted one of the top workplaces of 2025. Man, oh man, I'm not surprised. No one is. Treat you great over there. Now look, there are other locations to serve you. Drs. Metz, Drs. Boudreaux, Dr. Fader. Terrific. Take care of you. Want to encourage you to not see them if you take care of your skin. And that's what you need to do, especially it's all year round. It's the Sunshine State, man. But put on a hat. Put on a long sleeve dry fit. Sunscreen up. Whatever it takes. Protect yourself. I played golf yesterday. Man, I had to use the screen, man. It was a hot day and the sun's out. So be careful when you're out there. If you're out going golfing, going fishing, going to watch your kids play, just take precaution. If you work outside, for sure. And if something does pop up, go to beachesdermatology.com to make an appointment. That's beachesdermatology.com. Plenty of locations to serve you. Find the one that serves you best. beachesdermatology.com.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Need the right tools for the job without the full-time price tag? Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach is what you need when you need it. From heavy machinery for commercial projects to weekend projects at the house, we've got you covered. We've been serving jacks for 50 years. Visit Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach, just behind Aqua East Surf Shop, or call today. We also have event rentals too. Tucker Equipment Rentals. Tools you need without the price tag of purchasing.
1010XL is a proud supporter of this year's Circle K Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament, the largest fundraiser for marine charities. To join the fun July 10th through 19th at the Jim King Park and Boat Ramp, go to kingfishtournament.com.
Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. We live in Florida. Seasons change between noon and midnight. Gotta make sure you're comfy, and you can do it with the leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects. That's Lloyd's Heating and Air. Top-tier residential service, you bet. No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's, the only name Northeast Florida needs. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Baseball is back. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball at the newly renovated Five-Star Ballpark is your home for affordable family fun. Tickets start at just $5. Fireworks after every Friday home game and kids round the bases after Sunday games. Log on to jackshrimp.com for tickets and details. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun.
Mia O'Brien is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
This is Hayes Carline, and I'm so proud of my guy, Leon Searcy.
Man, I used to want to eat all the time, but just 1 month on Physicians Guided Weight Loss, and I've already dropped 15 pounds.
And I lost 25. No side effects, just results.
The GLP-1 curbs my cravings and keeps me feeling full. It's been easier than I expected, and I feel amazing.
Their staff is great, and best of all, no surprise cost.
If you're ready to bring sexy back this summer, visit pgweightloss.com.
Physician Guided Weight Loss, safe, doctor supervised.
And it works.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here.
And I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even a minor accident can cause whiplash for years if it goes untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning, Jacksonville. It's 7:46. Good to be along with you. Braves sweep the Mets. The Mets were terrible all week. Been in a lull. They're lost 6. They're not competitive right now. We got to go to Philly. Probably be out of first place by the time the weekend's over. But bigger concerns are some of the pitching and just we got to retool here. So hopefully, golly, it just kind of came out of nowhere though.
It's sloppy
Baseball.
3 games for you too. It's sloppy little
annoyed
mistakes.
me.
Yesterday they walked 9 or 10 guys. The night before, the catcher used his mask to the night before that they had that meltdown between second and third. Like really, all 3 games was way too.
Do you know the scene from Animal House when?
You're a big Animal House guy, bigger than me, but
you don't know as well. But
not as well. I haven't seen it.
If we were in the fraternity house, and let's say this is the fraternity house,
Okay, it's right here.
Right
we
now,
treat it like one sometimes.
and I've walked in from getting my rear end handed to me, beat up a little bit, like I got jumped by some of the guys from Delta.
Okay,
all right,
Delta's got you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was our guy, he walked in, Otter walked into the hotel room, and the boys jumped him and beat him up.
Okay, vaguely remember.
He comes back in, and he starts giving a speech, and Belushi's like, Niedermeyer, dead. Okay?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Sure, I do.
I've told you this before, Pros. I got demons inside me.
We know that.
And I had 2 people, only 2 of Braves Nation, dared to come at me after the sweep. Not even Pross. He didn't come at me.
Pross stays in his lane. If we were ahead, I'd come at. Listen, I forever dubbed it the Get Well series. If we weren't 10 games back and under 500, I'd bring it. It doesn't look anything more like the Rockies sweeping the Marlins to me. So whatever.
But with that said, 2 people that you may know.
By the way, don't think that I don't. I mean, we had this discussion at 6. This could go 2 ways. I don't need all that. We suck. It's not the time. Get to the end of the year and be in it, and then we'll go.
That's fine.
There we go.
But I've taken notes.
You're coming back, Niedermeyer dead? Who are they?
I got 2 who are going to be dead.
Can I guess them? Do I know them?
God forbid.
Cowboy Ron is one.
Dead.
Yeah, I knew he would be one.
Dead is dead. Dead
so
as a
that's
doornail.
what. Can I guess the other one?
Cowboy Ron and the rodeo show, maybe off the air after today. I don't think he understands the pull that I have down here.
Can you read exactly what it said?
Who's in the front of the line down here?
What did the text say?
Who's in the front of the line,
Which line, bro?
The front of the 10-10 line.
You talking about the media mogul?
Thank you, friend.
What is it? Can you read the text?
Rodeo Ron's had a nice run here.
Or actually, can you have one of your handlers read the text then, maybe?
I'm not reading it.
Right?
I'm just telling you he's dead.
Came at you hard with a sweep.
Yeah.
Not aware of the 10-game deficit.
The other one was a little surprising.
Okay. Do I know the person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to guess it's...
Not a peep on Twitter, by the way.
I think I might can get this.
Yeah. I caught it from the Rays fans now. When they
now I think that... Now, you caught it from a guy who you want to just eviscerate him, but you're just going to let this one go, the second guy.
Is it?
I think.
Okay.
Is it Gibby?
No.
I thought it might be Gibby.
No, in fact, Gibby walked by me 2 or 3 times yesterday and didn't say a word.
Gibby's a Braves fan like me. We're not going to run it out of place. The Braves have enough success than to flex because you got a 3-game sweep in June.
Yeah.
We're 10 games back.
But all you Braves Nation, when it goes back, if it goes back bad again, it's Rodeo Ron and Jerome James LaSelva.
JJ, oh yeah, I should have got that one too.
Jerome James, who I'm a big fan of until this.
Maybe things are changing.
Definitely changing. And I wish him well. I hope he can latch on with his brother at ESPN in his next job.
Tell him his brother's doing a crap job producing the Scott Van Pelt show. Because if we want a post-game show, we'll go to NBA TV.
Hey, do they not understand?
I don't understand. Front row, man.
I mean, I know Rodeo Ron is just a side gig, which is fine. But
JJ's livelihood?
Yeah.
Now, what did his say?
It's a good thing
You're
I
not going to read his either?
No, I don't read anybody's.
I'm going
to keep it to
myself. You
myself.
just know that they...
I'm just keeping receipts, Jeff. That's what we do.
You just know that they texted you.
Is that fair? Or am I out of line?
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them boys?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm the one, by the way, who has maintained this entire season that the Braves weren't done and that blah, blah, blah. Jeff's the one who thinks,
I do. I don't think.
Which I get. I mean, your team's, look, now you've had 2 7-game losing streaks. We've had our first 6-game losing streak, and I hate the team.
Right. Imagine you get right. And by the way, we've 1,000 different things. The only thing that gives Braves fan and
but there you have it.
Better fans clinging to life.
Yes.
Is the only thing I'll say now. Understand the circumstances that it took. They're not going to reapply. The Mets aren't going to lose 6 in a row while you win 7 out of 9.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is 1 week ago, they were 15 and a half games back.
Yeah.
So 15-10 at least gives you a little bit of that Astros feel from the last few years.
100%.
Where they were dead. So we'll take. But this is what will happen. We'll go to New York and we'll lose 3 out of 4.
Maybe.
We're pitching 2 Elder and some other dude. Our pitching will be off for that one. We ran into a team that decided to play sloppy that's in the middle of their midsummer slump, facing our 3 best pitchers, and quite frankly, threw 3 pitchers that they better be better than that if they're going to win in the postseason.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to put...
Matt check is this. So no movie last night. Did you watch the game or do we go back to the movies?
No, I went out to dinner.
Okay.
I went out to dinner.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, I saw we had a 1-0 lead. And
then it was gone.
And then all of a sudden it was like 7-1.
Started walking, guy. It was sloppy. Like I said, just sloppy baseball for your squad. Where do you go? Oh, you go to Philly.
Oh, yeah.
And don't
Zach
you start
Wheeler
some guy I never heard of?
Yeah, we're bringing up Blake Tidwell, former Tennessee Volunteer, I believe. He's already done, I think,
Is he a top prospect?
No, we have 3. We have Sproat, Tong, and McClain are our 3 best. But they're weird about that. Like I would bring up McClain and let him, see what he can do.
The Braves are going with this Didier Fuentes tonight. He's one of their top prospects, but he's just a 20-year-old. He kind of jumps the line here a little bit, I think.
Well,
I would have thought it'd been
sometimes
Walter.
they do that.
Yeah, just to give him a spot start.
It's not even. It's kind of how it lines up
because of the other pitchers and the minors and
Yeah, it's not necessarily. Hey, who's our best pitcher? Like, I don't get it. Like, they look at. I think they treat seasons more like they don't treat them like we got to do everything we can to win tonight.
Yes, that's fair.
They don't do that.
And I would say, and that was a beef of mine back when they were bringing back Strider. We lost games. They matter.
Yeah.
Get to the end of the year and you lose the wild card by 2 and you left them sitting there somewhere.
Totally
it's annoying.
Agree. Totally agree.
NBA Finals to go to Game 7. It's the first Game 7 since 2016. It hadn't been a real good series, it feels like.
No. Yeah, Game 1 was really good.
Yeah, Game 1 where they had that winner. And then Game 4 where Indiana, that's where if you look for each team where they lost the series, whoever loses.
Game 1
Indiana lost it in Game 4 at home.
Mm-hmm.
They had a 7-point lead going into the 4th, and they couldn't hold it in the 4th. And so that allowed it to get back on track after they stole Game 1, a game that if the Oklahoma City Thunder lose the series, they'll point to at Game 1.
Interesting that I want to go back to Prisco's top 100 for just a second. We all know the top 4 QBs, and it's now like for the first time in a while, it's kind of been cemented, right? That there's that tier. It's always been debatable the last few years.
There'll be always a guy like Jaden Daniels is punching at the door, but not there yet.
But anyway, so it's Mahomes, it's Allen, it's Jackson, and it's Burrow. Now, Pete made Mahomes number 1. It's hard to argue that, although if you based it just on last year, I don't think he would be.
That's always an interesting formula. I don't like if I were doing a top 100 list, I wouldn't do the top 100 players of last year.
Okay.
I would do who I think based on their careers.
Then it would be Mahomes.
Are the top 100.
Yeah.
So I that's how I can get.
But he
behind
goes
Mahomes,
Mahomes, Allen, Jackson, and then Burrow.
That's kind of unfair in that Burrow is the one that's been to the Super Bowl and has beaten the Chiefs. But
again, maybe based on last year.
I'd put Burrow 2.
Okay.
I would, and I love Josh Allen. I love Lamar. All 4 of them.
That aside, those guys rank in the top 7 of his 100. So then the question is, well, who's 5 and where does he show up? And I was just curious, kind of like Whiskers, where he would show up. He's got Aiden Hutchinson, 15, still no quarterback. Jalen Carter, 17. Tristan Wirfs at 20. Penei Sewell at 21. Ooh. And Brock Bowers, 22. Wow. 112 catches last year. George Kittle, 25. CeeDee Lamb, 27. The Cheetah down to 30. Last year he was number 4 on Pete's list. Still no quarterback. A.J. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, huge year. 33 is our first quarterback, and it is Jaden Daniels. Daniels showed as a rookie he has star potential and should be a top-level quarterback for a long time. Scary to think how good he can be once he learns how to really play the position.
I wonder if you read the exact same synopsis of C.J. Stroud last year, if it would have said the same thing.
Let's see if is he in the top 100?
I think he is.
Would you think he would be?
I think I saw him. I think he's in the 80s.
Okay. Who's the next quarterback? Jalen Hurts, 52. Moved up one spot.
I think Hurts deserves to be ahead of Daniels.
Well, I think
he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not fair. Football players are football players. I got one guy who's proven it, another who we're excited because he might prove it.
They go year to year.
Jaden Daniels, by the way, was good last year, but I think this happens.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Jeffrey Simmons, 2 spots behind Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
76 and 70.
I will say this about Jaden Daniels. I think there's a little bit of like the DJ Lagway glow to him from this standpoint. I think people think Jaden Daniels' numbers were better than they were a year ago.
I don't think C.J. Stroud's in his top 100.
Okay.
Just for the record.
Do you feel me, though? If you ask someone, what were DJ Lagway's numbers last year, they're going to go, I don't know, 19 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing with Jaden Daniels. They're going to say, I don't know, 28 touchdowns, 10 running, 4 picks.
Yeah.
No, he had like 20 touchdowns. So he's a work in progress also.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. That's why I would put Hurts ahead of him, I guess.
Yeah.
No Stroud?
No.
Good.
I also noticed.
We have the Whisperer today.
Oh, okay.
So
I also
talk some quarterback with him in the.
I also
8 o'clock
noticed
hour.
the Baltimore Ravens quietly made another acquisition. This
Jair?
week. Yeah.
You know, he's been out there on the landscape. No one has rushed to grab him. I don't know what the.
I'm just thinking out loud here, and correct me if I'm wrong here when I start thinking out loud about the Baltimore Ravens. But they have now in that secondary, Marlon Humphrey, very well respected. Kyle Hamilton, very well respected. A first-round pick, and Nate Wiggins boy, Nate Wiggins.
Yeah, from Clemson. Didn't have a good year last year.
Yeah, I mean, they got some ballers back there. On that side.
They're the Ravens.
Well,
and that offensive backfield is just unmatched. And that Lamar, Henry, there's nobody going. There's no running
they
game.
Got stars at every level. They got
who's the third run? Didn't they add a third running back who's actually got some resume?
The Ravens?
Second running back. Who's their second running back?
They got Justice Hill.
That's it.
Derrick Henry.
Okay. And Justice Hill was supposed to be the bust out, and he wasn't, so he'll just be a guy.
Keaton Mitchell.
No,
was he the guy who tore up his knee? That quick little dude.
Yeah. I'm just thinking maybe if those guys could bust out, but the Henry Lamar pairing, when it comes to stopping the run in the NFL, that is the biggest headache maybe ever.
D-Hop on that team now?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I know, but still, you put him, Bateman, and Flowers, and then the tight
Flowers
end.
is the guy who they're excited about. Flowers is showing up like he's grades well.
The
he's
tight
winning
end
routes.
they got, not Andrews, but likely.
Yeah.
He's a good player,
and
too.
Andrews is still great. He had one terrible play.
Ooh, this Baltimore team is loaded.
Yeah, it's all on Lamar, man. I mean, it's amazing to me that they don't win. I think at some point, it's got to be him.
At some point, it got to be him. Yeah.
All right, I have a column here. Bust alert: 9 NFL players who are running out of time to prove themselves.
Uh-oh.
And then they give the evidence on both sides, and then they make a determination. Top of the list,
Yeah.
your quarterback.
Our guy?
Trevor Lawrence. They write, technically speaking, Lawrence has all of the Jaguars' trust, inking a massive contract. Already on his third coach, however, which speaks as much to his uneven growth as the team's greater dysfunction. The tools are there, but Lawrence enters 2025 as the league's leader in turnover since he stepped onto the field. After missing 7 games last year, he's got to prove his availability and reliability under new play caller Liam Cohen. Why he will bust? The Jaguars' offensive line remains a work in progress, and Cohen, the man running the whole show, has been more tantalizing than stable. He didn't remain at any of his last 5 jobs for more than a single season. Why he won't? The physical tools are undeniable, and he's shown before he can approach top 10 heights. Better yet, he's got one of the NFL's most promising pass-catching duos in Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. Prediction? Won't bust. Some of the others, I won't read it all.
That's you know... That's not good.
It doesn't bother. I know
it doesn't bother.
Yeah.
Like I said, is it going to bother you in 5 years?
Yeah.
I mean, we're year 5 in, and we're looking at that.
It will bother me when we have consistent, healthy years, and the quarterback is the reason we're not winning. And then it will bother me tremendously. When we get to a point that we're not winning because of the quarterback, then it will bother me.
Well, this organization has been so bad, we may never get to that year, and he may never win.
I think this year's talent seems like the best that he's had. So hopefully that will pay the dividends as well. All right, Bryce Young, we'll just get to the bottom line. Bryce Young will bust. Anthony Richardson will bust.
Oh, AR.
We got another one.
See what he did?
We got another guy, by the way, on the list.
Who?
We'll get to it. What did AR do?
Rapping now. Just released.
Hadn't he been doing that?
He just released a song.
I thought he'd been doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw his video. What? Dude, let's not start our second career when we. That's a bad look, man.
Got to keep up with Kadarius Toney.
It's a bad look, dog.
There's another one doing it too. What was the Peppers, the safety?
Jabril Peppers.
He's rapping too.
Bad look.
All right, the Jags got another on the bust list.
On the bust list.
Bust list?
Yes. This list, will they bust? Bust or not?
Is it?
Makes sense. Travis Etienne.
I'm going to say Etienne, yeah.
As you can see, the Jaguars are on trial in 2025. Etienne arrived 24 picks after Lawrence foot injury wiped out his entire rookie year, rebounded excellently in 2022. But the former Clemson Stars averaged just 3.75 a carry since then. Tank Bigsby was more efficient last time both backs were on the field. There's plenty of trade rumors regarding Etienne. Why he will bust. Opportunities figure to remain consistent with Bigsby in tow. Why he won't. Expectations are lowered, and the Jags' improved receiving core will open up rushing lanes. Our prediction will bust. By the way, they basically putting everyone busting on this list. Evan Neal doesn't
Except
bust. Trevor doesn't bust. Trevor Penning, I don't even know who that is, a tackle. Won't bust either. All right, let's take a break. We've overextended ourselves here on a GFL Friday. We got the quarterback whisperer coming up this hour. That and more. You can get on him about the rap career next.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. When it's time to saddle your horse and hitch your wagon, ride with the Frangie Show.
Let's ride!
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Let's ride! Yeehaw!
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, gang, when it comes to insurance, we all think the same way. We pay a lot of money monthly, man. Those premiums, we start adding them in our head, and oh, my goodness, and something happens, we need you. You best be there. And you know who thinks that way as well? Craig and Chris Kaprosky with Goosehead Insurance. On the other side of things, and I'm going to tell you why. It's customer service. 2 words that they value. They value those 2 words. Something happens, you call them, they get you the answers that you need. It's little things, like if they don't answer, they call you right back. They know that there's something going on, right? And they've done great things for me and my family. Look, they saved me money on my mortgage, unbeknownst to me, until I saw the mortgage go down because the wife took care of it with the homeowner's insurance. So if it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, get a checkup, man. You never know. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com, or call him 478-8422, man. You'll be glad you did.
Hello. Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
Jacksonville, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. And drainage, too.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Put the ball in the net with 60 minutes of soccer talk. The Coaches Show presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor. Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan from Checkmate Coatings. Our precision coatings make your floors the MVP of any space.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
At Hurricane Grill and Wings, the wings are fresh, the drinks are cold, and the game is always on. With 30-volt flavors, ice-cold beer, and handcrafted cocktails, there's no better place to kick back and catch every play. Escape the ordinary. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise and towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
June is Men's Health Month. Be proactive towards your prostate, ED, low T, even kidney stones with Ackerman Urology. Offices in Mandarin, Middleburg, the Beaches, and World Golf Village. Trust the men's health experts at AckermanUrology.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. NFL.com's Judy Batista is keeping a close watch on Travis Hunter, calling him a legit threat for Offensive Rookie of the Year honors.
We haven't seen a true two-way player in the NFL play both positions close to full-time, but I think there's going to be a desire by award voters to award him with something.
In college hoops, Gator head coach Todd Golden is banking on young talent to carry the momentum from last season's title run.
I think we have a great foundation with the guys coming back, but, adding all the young guys, it gives us a great opportunity.
In AAA action, the Jumbo Shrimp jumped out to a 3-0 lead before weather hit pause on Thursday night's game against Syracuse. Now it's a doubleheader. Game 1 resumes at 4:05 with Game 2 starting about 40 minutes later. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:09, it's 77 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yes, sir. 8 o'clock. Good to be with you guys, rocking and rolling here on a Friday. I love me a Friday.
I love me a Friday, too. The older I get, the more I love them, Nick. I'm not going to lie. E, what you got going on this weekend?
Sharks game this Saturday, but also I signed Gritty up for his 7-on-7 football league.
Oh.
Yeah, and his first game is tonight.
Really?
Throwing him in the fire, yeah.
Are you coaching?
Nah, I don't think I can coach, but, I want him to get some of this Florida heat.
Okay.
He's so used to playing that Virginia ball and getting comfortable. So, hey, I tell him all the time, ain't no football like Florida football.
Yeah, you're right. We said that the other day to him.
Yeah, so his first game's tonight, and we're going to see what it do.
Well, I saw that Adrian Peterson got into a fight at the poker room.
Man.
Is that fact? Is that what happened?
That's a fact.
Swinging?
What
are we doing, AP?
And I told Jeff this morning, like, one of those blows, if he would have connected that blow, man, it would have been good for his friend. That was his buddy too.
He had a fight with his buddy?
That was his homie.
No, he did.
Yes, they knew each other.
What happened?
They got into an argument about a hand. They got into a disagreement and they came to blows. And no cops were called, no charges were pressed.
That gets emotional, that poker, bro. You get a guy wrong with you slow roll in with a win.
With that money, yeah.
Yeah, man. They don't like that. They don't like that when you one up them. It can get emotional.
But something with AP, it don't seem like it's all there, man.
Well, that's fair. He rode in on a camel. There's been some stuff there. Yeah, there's been some stuff there. I have a pop quiz, please.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I saw so much cool stuff in baseball last night, man. It was cool and different stuff. Shout out Cags, Jack Caglione finally hit his first 2 homers. Caglione. Eugenio Suarez homered last night, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Leaves him with 299.
Yeah.
There are 12 active players in Major League Baseball with at least 300 homers.
You on your own, bro.
This is unique to me. I like to set an over-under. So I'm going to give you an over-under with no hints. 10. Oof. 10 will get a tie. I always go 9. All right, I'll go 9.5. You're going to go over or under 9.5. If you think about it, you'll get it.
Yeah.
But it might take a while to get there, but there's some, no-brainer easies. 300. I guess what I'm the point here really is to remind 300's a lot of home runs.
Right.
Marcell Ozuna's been a good player for a lot of years, and he ain't got 300. Trout. I'll have to give you something shocking. Shohei's not through. How many home runs do you think Shohei has? Did you see this?
Not 300.
250 already, bro.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Isn't that crazy? Yes, Mike Trout, I believe, is the active home run leader. Stand by. No, he's not the active home leader, but he has 390. 390.
You're saying 300, right?
Yeah. How many active? There's 12 players active with 300 homers.
Judge.
Yes. Let's see. Aaron Judge has 341.
Stanton.
Stanton is the leader. 429. Make it to 500. Golly, 27 players.
Harper.
500 home runs now. 28. Bryce Harper, sure. You're on the right path. These veterans have been. All right. Harper has 345.
Not sure. I'm gonna guess this guy. This could be a problem. How many's Freeman got?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
352. Yeah, that was an easy one. I was kind of. There's also two dudes that have been around forever, and they're also two easy ones. They were teammates for a long time. Not anymore.
Another one I'll guess that could end the game.
Okay.
Schwarber.
Schwarber 307.
Okay. I know Pete's not there yet.
I will say Anthony Rizzo they have listed as active, but since he's not playing right now, I didn't include him. He has 303.
How many have I gotten?
Let's see. You got most of them. You've gotten Stanton, Trout, Judge, Harper, Freeman, Schwarber. You gotten 6.
How many did you say there were?
There's 12. A couple here are going to be a harder pull. You should forget about them. Forget about a couple of guys.
How about
this one dude is you shouldn't forget about. He's probably the most underrated player in baseball. He's a switch hitter, a stumpy little dude. Every year he goes for 40, and you just don't even pay attention. He plays for a contender. His team wins every year.
The Cleveland guy?
Yeah.
Jose?
Carlos Santana.
Oh. Jose's a stumpy little guy.
Yeah. I guess him too. Yeah,
what about Ozuna?
I told you he's not quite there.
He's not there.
Yeah. So the game ends.
Oh.
Andrew McCutchen, 327. You got to go to these veteran guys. The two guys that are teammates, you're going to go, oh, yeah. Two guys were teammates for 9 years. They're not anymore. They're both well over 300. Arenado and Goldschmidt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those 2 days. A lot of this is how long you've been playing. And there are others that are going to get there. Matt Olson, Mookie Betts will all be there soon enough. JD Martinez is on the list, not playing right now. I didn't include him. And is there any more on here that I did? Manny Machado, 353.
Manny Machado. I should have got that one.
Yeah, that's another one.
That one I should have got.
And you're right. It's not Carlos Santana. I'm thinking of
Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
Who I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I wonder what he has, by the way. I would think he would be close.
Be close.
Let's see.
He's thought.
Yeah,
A lot of people.
268.
I bet he's having another good. I always hear him talked about MVP quiet.
That's what I mean. I was mistaking him for Santana.
Let me see what he's doing this year. I'm just curious because he's
every year it's 35, 40 homers, dude.
He's got 13. He's hitting 318.
Yeah, he's going to have another 30 homers.
Scored 43 runs, 35 ribs, 20 stolen bases.
I'll tell you, it's funny when you watch a series for the first time, a team for the first time.
OPS plus 154. Murphy like Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, that's half a run better than everyone, production-wise. I didn't realize what a great year Alonso's had. I know it's not a great time for Met talk, but he would be an MVP candidate if you keep going. That average is way higher than I'm used to seeing for him. His RBI totals are high. And a guy for the Braves is having a better year than probably recognized. And I used WAR more to define this and watching it. But Matt Olson quietly is putting together a really good year, too. He's going to go for 35 and 100, too, probably. So, all right. Talk some ball with the Whisper. I don't know where the Whisper's been.
No one knows.
30 lashings, first and foremost.
The return of the
and
prodigal son.
Man, we better have some top flight info, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you can send a guy on the road for 6 weeks to grind through the quarterback landscape. I better have some A-plus material. Top shelf when we return.
At least in the break.
With the Whisper. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if we could become something more. Who the hell are you guys?
1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
It's the event everyone waits for. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. Now for a limited time, when you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Are you about to get married or been married for years thinking it's time for an upgrade? There's nothing that symbolizes your love more than the wedding band. Beard's has hundreds and hundreds of bands from top designers in white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, pave set, eternity bands. And for men, masculine bands, wide, modern, with and without diamonds, hammered, brushed, engraved, lots of colors. Come to Beard's now and find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beard's can. And it's happening now through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol. Beard's Diamonds at St. John's Town Center.
Hey, Ickett here. You tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bow 9 Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, and classic LASIK designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. Man, it's easier than you think. Call now and get that free screening. That's right, I said it. You get a free screening at Bow 9 Associates, who are keeping the First Coast focused.
Say hello to Brackish, your favorite local vodka. Brackish is a proud sponsor of Tailgaters parking at the Growler Bar and can be picked up at any Shores liquor store in the Jacksonville area. Brackish vodka is 100% corn distilled, giving it an incredibly smooth taste. Think of it as a local version of Tito's vodka, but way smoother. Shop local and enjoy Brackish vodka in a cocktail, mixed drink, or even better, on its own. Live slightly salty. Drink Brackish.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Henson and the Henson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Henson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Henson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Attention North Florida, it's time to elevate your game night. Head to Best Bet, your premier destination for poker. With locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine, we have a seat ready for you. Whether you're a seasoned poker player or just starting out, we have you covered with easy-to-learn games like Ultimate Texas Hold'em or 3-card poker. And it's not just poker. With delicious food, lively bars, and big screen events, there's something for everyone. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com. And ante up for fun.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. Pretty nice weather we're having, huh?
You think this is nice?
I mean, it's sunny, warm. We do live in Florida.
It's not all upside, Jason. Warm weather comes, so all the cool people hit the beach. My old air conditioner craps out, so it's 1,000 degrees inside, and I'm stuck on a video call in my underpants trying not to sweat through my...
Wait. Put these sunglasses on.
I'm not going to put on your...
Whoa. The air conditioning experts at Bueller Air & Plumbing can keep your home office cool and comfortable all summer long. You look good in your meeting, impress the big guy with your cool confidence, maybe finally make assistant deputy regional manager.
Wow, air conditioning can do that?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all summer worried the weather is going to be too nice, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Feeling the Florida heat? Make sure your car's AC is ready with help from Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Right now, get $50 off all AC services at any of their 5 Jacksonville locations. Whether it's a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert technicians will keep you cool and comfortable on the road. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service today and take advantage of this limited one-time offer. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir. Denny Thompson back in the house today. Denny, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm great.
Settle the bet.
Okay.
With accuracy.
Okay.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Okay.
When was the last Friday you were here? How many Fridays ago?
I think it's 4.
Split the difference. Typical. It's only been a couple of 3. I'm like, it's been 5 or 6.
The only reason why I know that is I was in Miami for 4 weeks.
There you go.
So that's, yeah. That's it. Not that bad.
Yeah. 5 then, because the 4 missed.
I mean, I think contractually I'm only supposed to do like 20-something of these.
Shoot. I mean, it's just, it works out worse for us because it's summertime where, one of us is usually gone.
Right.
Update us on Carson Beck's arm strength recovery. Is he 100% yet, or is he closing in on it?
I would say he's closing in on it. He's that's what I've been in Miami for, and he's been in Jacksonville this week. He looks fantastic. I mean, there's really not any limitations. I mean, he's good to go.
It's got to be better than anticipated, or no? Did we kind of plan on this?
No, I mean, I would think. You never know with these.
Yeah.
You never know, but I would think maybe slightly a little better. I don't really know what I thought.
This is a loaded question, man, because I know your relationship with Carson and how long you've had it. And I'm thinking more in terms of Miami football. So let me ask you from a Miami football fan's perspective. We had the number 1 pick in the draft last year.
Right.
Is our quarterback situation this year the same? A little, I mean, is Carson going to be the number 1 pick? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know
what you mean.
transition as a football team with a team. What?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard when you have the number 1 pick
That's
to sit
right.
here and go, hey, it's the same.
Right.
But
he's good enough to get maybe more results than Cam got because the rest of the team is better, or the schedule, or other
Let's go back
aspects.
a year ago, and Carson was projected as the number 1 pick.
At some points, for sure.
So, I don't know. I think that's a talented team. I've been down there a lot, and the juice that team has is fun to be around, and Cristobal does a great job. Carson's in a great place. He's healthy. So, I mean, I don't see why he shouldn't have a big year. I for me to get on here and go, yeah, it's an upgrade. No, that get the number 1 pick and somebody I know well in Cam. Different style of quarterbacks.
It's just, I guess my question is, Miami's trying to make that step up. Miami's taken a lot more credit for steps that they're nowhere have near taken yet.
Well, I think.
But my point is, okay, so as a football player, you want to keep getting better. Well, that means improving off of last year. A year you had the best quarterback in all of college football. So is the rest of the team better? Sometimes, by the way, I mean, Tennessee won their natty with T. Martin, not Peyton Manning.
Right.
And I'm not trying to.
Right.
Put
No, I got what you're saying.
So there's a lot of other things.
I don't know the exact record, but it was something like 28-3 as a starter.
Right.
At Georgia. That's
correct.
That's not bad.
I'm a believer. You don't have to sell me.
No.
I think he's
I'm
undersold
answering
a
your
little
question.
bit.
I don't know. I think Carson. I've known Carson a long time, and the one thing you can say about Carson is the dude just wins. I mean, he did it in high school. Went to a school that was 2-8 and won a state championship the next year. Went 28-3 as a starter. Came back after losing the SEC championship because of that competitiveness. And I see that in him now. And I think the only thing he cares about is winning in Miami right now. He's not worried about draft. He's not worried about anything else but getting healthy and winning.
It's interesting looking at the ACC. Miami and Clemson don't play in the regular season, I don't think. And
no, they don't.
Klubnik and Carson are kind of the top of the heap when you look at the rankings. The Haynes King is a little different, but he's a good quarterback.
He is a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. But I don't think they play Georgia Tech either, Miami.
No, they don't. They don't.
So, but they have that. They have Notre Dame right off the rip, but Notre Dame's doesn't have Riley Leonard back. I think Lloyd Carr's grandson is the
CJ.
guy. Yeah,
CJ's the guy
You know
we've been
him.
working with forever. Yeah, CJ's a dude, man.
So but he's a dude who hasn't played.
Right.
So he's stepping into, and that game's down in South Florida.
It is.
Yeah, so that's
they have an interesting schedule because
That's a tough one.
They don't leave the state of Florida until November 1st, which is wild. I mean, they have all the home games. They play.
They go Notre Dame if they get by that, which I think they should. Just because of Beck and CJ, I think it's just a major
Is it
advantage.
Notre Dame, Florida, or Florida, Notre Dame?
Notre Dame,
first.
Cookman, USF, then Florida.
Yep.
Then at FSU.
Yep.
Louisville at home. Stanford
that Notre
at
Dame,
home.
Florida. That's it for them. They'll be, right. I mean, they got to win They got to win both those games if they're going to be a playoff team, don't they?
I think they got to win one of them
Yeah,
for sure.
one of them.
Yeah, they got to win one of them. I mean,
the Florida game alone may not be enough depending on what they do. They probably need to win the Notre Dame game to be a playoff team.
or win the ACC.
Yeah, if they can do that.
Yeah, or that. And SMU, I mean, they've got a lot coming back. I know it's SMU. Clemson's
got
loaded.
talent.
That front seven at Clemson's really, really, really
Who's
good.
Louisville's quarterback? Where are they going?
That's
you
a great
remember?
question.
Because
I think they got
that coach, good quarterback dude.
Oh,
so they
yeah.
get a right guy. That's a team that can stay good.
Oh yeah, that's a well-coached team. I think that guy's probably turned down a lot of jobs that we don't know he's turned down. I mean, he is very well respected and does a great job with that team. The
Mason Mims.
I don't know him.
No, he picked it. Let me see who's in. It's not Mason Mims. It's who the hell's Louisville's quarterback?
Oh wait, didn't the guy from USC
Did he
transfer
go
there?
Miller Moss.
Yeah, was that where he transferred?
I think that is.
I can't keep up with them all, man.
I know.
Lucky you know who your own daggum quarterback is. I went somewhere yesterday, and a dude with a Georgia sweatshirt was having a conversation with his buddy, and he saw me. He was glad to see me because he couldn't remember his own Who's the quarterback in
Miller
Georgia?
Moss. Miller
He's literally
Moss.
wearing a Georgia sweatshirt. Who's the quarterback in Georgia? It's hard to, man.
It is, man. It is crazy. But to wrap
It
up
is
the
Miller
Miami,
Moss.
Yeah, to wrap up the Miami schedule, when you look at it, it sets up really well. They've got some games like Louisville. They've got some games that they got to keep their head on a swivel, like SMU, all those and they got the big ones like Notre Dame and Florida. But the big thing is, like I said, they leave home one time before November 1st, and that one time is in Tallahassee. And then I think they're on the road with, if I remember right, SMU, Pittsburgh, and Virginia Tech are their road games.
What's the buzz out of Tallahassee with Castellanos? I mean, he's it's kind of mixed reviews on him. Obviously at BC and what went on there. He's not highly rated. But he's got he's got experience. He's older.
Yeah.
Move around. What are you thinking?
Yeah, he's the guy that you hate to play against. I don't have questions about him as much as I have questions about what is Florida State doing offensively.
Yeah.
You bring Gus Malzahn in. We've all seen Gus Malzahn's offense. I just don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Like, is that what they're doing? Are they running what Norvell's been running? There are some similarities.
Does Norvell has an offense, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so I have no idea what they're running. I will say this: if I need to win, which they do, then what Gus traditionally runs, you don't see. And so you can win a lot of football games with that. It's hard to prepare for. It's kind of like what Georgia Tech was running the triple option.
Yeah.
It's like that one time a year you see it. It's kind of what Gus does. So, I mean, if they come out doing that, I think it's going to be difficult to prepare for, especially with the guys.
Now, that Gus Malzahn offense at one point was popular, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
To give us the difference in what it's doing versus, say, what you'll see the Gators do or
it
Miami
creates,
or,
yeah. I mean, he does a good job personnel-wise of creating a bunch of gaps, and so you have to really defend the surface hard. And there's, even if you've got equal defenders, they read somebody constantly. So they'll leave somebody unblocked and read that guy to where they can't be right. And then they'll run traditionally some nasty quarterback powers and running back powers and things like that. You better buckle up. Like you have to buckle up. And then once you start to creep down, he'll hit you with a Bang 8 or he'll hit you on a go ball,
was
something
Gus
like
Malzahn, was he like the high school coach for one of the
Arkansas.
top
Shiloh Christian
for one of the top quarterback prospects though.
Yep,
That's
yep.
what initially got him into
Yep. He had a whole tree up there in Arkansas of guys who have gone on to become very good high school coaches.
So North Carolina got that Gio Lopez kid from South Hill. I forgot that they have Brad Johnson's kid still. Max Johnson.
Oh, Max is still there?
Yeah.
At Carolina?
Yeah.
They also got a Duke transfer, I think.
So Max Johnson has done Carolina, A&M, and LSU.
Max Johnson looked like he was going to be good. Isn't he better than the kid from South Al?
He'll be the starter.
Maxwell?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got kind of that shot putty
Yeah.
delivery.
He was lefty, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't he won the shoe game, I think. I think he was the quarterback of the shoe game.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I was trying to
Damn, that
remember
shoe
that.
game.
But yeah, he was. And in that game, he looked really good.
Yeah, it was like his first start, I think.
Yeah.
I think it may have been his first start that night.
That's a name I'd forgotten about.
One of the social media pictures making the rounds a lot this summer was a picture of Lagway with AR
in our facility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The size on that kid is.
Yeah. I took that picture. I think it was the angle.
Did you?
Yeah. I think.
You think it's the angle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's big. He is a big.
He's not
boy.
AR big,
but he's no.
Okay.
I mean, Anthony's a full, 6'4", 6'5".
Now, do you get a track on the rap album, or will
No,
you?
I don't. No, I don't.
They probably should do some sort of homage to you, right?
Something I should.
You got to get a name drop or something.
Something.
Can't you be like Lil Guru or something? Lil Guru.
Young Whisper.
His name is Denny. He likes the Henny.
I am excited though. I'm going down to Gainesville tomorrow. Anthony's doing a football camp for the youth down in Gainesville, so I'm excited.
Got to keep him healthy on all that daggum football field, man.
I know.
Hard to do.
I know.
Where is he right now in the Colts plan? Is he?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I've been so focused on just getting, Carson back and down in Miami.
Sure.
That Will and Tom and all of them have been running everything up here as they normally do. So I don't even know.
Well, it's kind of mission accomplished with Anthony Richardson. Make the most of it as you can, kid. We got you to the point. You made a lot of money. You're the third pick in the draft. It's on you. Go win.
The problem
Go play ball.
The problem is, and you guys know this, is the talent is so high with him that you're always
it just feels like
chase.
it feels like he's never going to be refined. It's just between injury or instinct. He just is. It seems know more than me. It seems like it's harder for him to transition to being that NFL quarterback than it has been for others.
No question.
Why won't he play like Josh Allen?
Well, I mean, I think
they don't want him to.
No, he just hasn't played.
Yeah.
He hasn't
he gets
played
hurt
enough
all the time.
to.
Yeah, You're right.
Every time he gets going, it's an injury or something like that, or they decide to go with Flacco last year for a couple of games, something like that. So I don't know, man. I want him as badly as anybody else does, just to be healthy for a year and see what happens.
Yeah,
he works his butt off too.
I know he does. There's nothing it's not a character flaw that he can't get going.
No,
and it's not athletic ability. It's always like a intangible. It feels like.
Yeah, for sure. And the question on DJ, by the way, is like that guy still got like a little bit of like a baby face to him.
Does.
He's still that.
Who are you talking about?
DJ Lagway. He was talking about.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like he still got baby fat.
Do you feel like, without going into trade secrets, but the arm strength on him too, with what he was kind of holding off, he'll be fine by.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him since I left from Miami.
Yeah.
I would assume. I mean, he's a talented dude, man. He is, and I know I'm saying the obvious here, but as a Florida fan, I'm excited to watch that offense with him.
Yeah.
And I think this is an obvious statement. Such a big year for Napier and crew.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about the schedule. When you look at that roster, I mean, you could say they have a top three receiving core in the SEC.
It depends on who you ask. They're not being lauded as such. I think when it's all said and done, they will.
Top 3 running back room, and I'm being generous here, top 3 quarterback, top 3 offensive line room,
top 3 defensive line room,
top 3. Like, I don't care what your schedule is.
Well, PFF graded all the different units, and not just SEC, nationally. They graded the Florida defensive line number 4 in the country, the offensive number 4 in the country, and the quarterback room number 4 in the country.
Yeah.
Number 4 quarterback, number 4 in the trenches should be a playoff team.
No doubt.
Especially when you and they're. I think the other talent, and I think Dan is on board with this, is underappreciated. You may not know Florida. You may not know Childs and Graham and Pup. Those dudes are good players with a year under them. You may not know some of those names that are probably you are going to know here in November.
No question. And they're not the only one with a hard schedule. I mean, you look at Georgia's schedule. It's teams like Mississippi State, and I'm not throwing trying to throw shade at Mississippi State. Those are the people who should be talking about schedules, not Florida.
Well, that's what I say too. If you're really good, your schedule is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. So I think it's a huge year for Napier.
I read something that Urban said yesterday, and he's under the context of predicting the Florida-Tennessee game, and he went with the Gators. So I'm all looking ahead to November. Right. But he did make a good point. And we've talked about it a little bit, but we're just so day-to-day in the Napier story that you might not realize it. But the amount of fight and avoiding the noise down there last year after that start to get him right and win games, we're probably not giving enough credit for his handle on his football program as we should just on that little snippet. Now, it's got to translate. That same momentum you ended the season with, if you're Florida and you're Billy Napier, you need to come out with it here to start. You need to go beat Miami. And just like they came up and beat you last year and got going on their 9-0 momentum.
It should be a study by, leadership professionals all over the world right now what happened.
How they kept them together. Yeah.
Because they were dead.
Dead. And with no signs of anything.
And then all of a sudden it changed.
And by the way, the Tennessee game, they could have, should have won.
Yeah.
They had that one won. They just gone for 2.
Yeah.
Go for 2 and get the win. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Scared money that night.
I don't remember another season going the way theirs did. And to the point where at the end of the season now, this time last year we were talking about recruiting and they just went on a tear.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that happened. I think a lot of the credit obviously goes to Napier, but also to the fans, because when these guys are taking the visits and you're playing these games and that stadium is doing what it does down there.
And you're 5 and 6 at the time or whatever.
Right. That is a huge selling point.
It just seems like it's just so desperate, and Hickey knows this too, just so desperate for success down there. That thing is going to be, it is going to be one of those, atmosphere stadiums again if they get going. Florida fans just dying to go down there and blow the roof off that thing. They just haven't had the opportunity.
I think it's got that. I think it's got that now. I think when you talk to these kids,
the LSU Ole Miss games, that was the real deal.
Yeah,
FSU.
You talk to these kids, and every one of them talk about it. Every single one of them talk about it's just different at Florida. It feels different. The fans are crazy. They're right on top of you, and now the facilities are, top 15.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, Denny, you be here next week, or are we off for 6-8 weeks somewhere else? California or something? Or?
No, I should be here. I've got a little nasty travel schedule coming up for the next 3 weeks, but I should be here.
Yep.
Good to see you, my brother.
You guys too.
All right. That's our friend Denny Thompson, the quarterback whisperer, back with more next on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Feel the downforce of 100 horses.
You see him shaking as he goes down Long Pond straightaway.
This Sunday at Pocono Raceway, NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Yo, Jacksonville, Hicken here with a game changer. Man, I've tested the field. Checkmate Coatings, my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better result. You want to talk coatings on floors, garage, pool deck, patio, driveway. Talk to Brendan, the owner of Checkmate Coatings. Man, nobody knows it better than him. I mean, nobody. He gets his hands dirty. He knows what has to be done. He's got a true Jacksonville crews that keep prices low. No massive overhead. I'm telling you guys, Checkmate Coatings. Learn it, live it, love it. Slam dunk those floors and check them out at checkmatecoatings.com. It's checkmatecoatings.com. It's Checkmate Coatings. Gang, it's your floors missing piece.
Florida heat hitting like a heavyweight? Time to call in the champ. KO Electric and HVAC. We knock out the heat and power up your comfort. Fast, reliable, and undefeated in home service. KOElectricJacks.com. KOElectricJacks.com.
It's a battle for the playoffs as your Sharks take on the first-place Steamwheelers. Catch all the action this Saturday, June 21st at 7. Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. Try the new 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 food vouchers, and a $20 Al's Pizza gift card for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700.
Prosser here. Come cheer on the Sharks as they circle a playoff bid. Vid. It's Star Wars Night presented by HCA Florida Healthcare. Dress up in your favorite costume. Get photos with your favorite Star Wars characters before the game. The first 1,000 kids get a free lightsaber. Join us on the field after the game for a free autograph session and special jersey auction. Tickets start at just $15. Call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. Sharks football, where memories are made. Go Sharks!
I'm Drew Scrimshire, president and publisher of the Jacksonville Business Journal. In business, timing is everything. That's why every morning at 8:15, our morning edition delivers the most important business news straight to the inboxes of Jacksonville's decision makers, executives, entrepreneurs, investors, and industry leaders. Want to know what the First Coast power players are reading before they start their day? Join them. Subscribe today to the Jacksonville Business Journal Morning Edition at bizjournals.com/Jacksonville.
Spend an evening with heart. One night, 2 sets. A journey through the hits and timeless classics. June 24th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com. Don't miss an evening with heart live.
I'm Hammer and Hayes Carline, and I've been known to drop an opinion like a 2-ton hammer. Weekdays on The Frangie Show.
Hammer Time with Hayes on 1010XL. Driven by Kia on Atlantic. Check us out at KiaOnAtlantic.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Yo, what's happening, folks? It's your main man, ET, and it's time to make those summer plans, and Clay County is calling. From paddleboarding on Doctors Lake to reeling in the big one on Black Creek or cruising the St. Johns River, there's no better place to dive into warm weather fun. Enjoy live music, local festivals, food trucks, and fireworks lighting up the night. Discover scenic parks, hidden trails, and must-visit local gyms. Your summer adventure starts here. Visit exploreclay.com.
Mike Dempsey, and now's the time to get your roof hurricane ready with Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacks Beach. Look, our rainy season is no joke, and if your roof's got damage, leaks, or it's just plain worn out, don't wait. Apex is local, dependable, and will show up on time using only premium materials with ironclad warranties. No shortcuts, no stress, just quality work you can trust. Skip the storm season scramble. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacks Beach or visit apexroofingfl.com.
Firehouse Subs has fries. Your hometown hero since '94 just cranked up the heat. Hot subs, crispy fries, golden, pillowy on the inside, and perfectly seasoned. Over 30 Jacksonville locations. Firehouse Subs, homegrown and now with fries.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Strange bird. And has decided he has a strategy for this segment. quote, mail it in and just, quote, stare at me for the entire segment. And he's now doing that with a befuddled, really kind of a dumbass look on his face. Just,
dear.
Well, he would agree. I think that's what he's going for.
That's the look?
Yeah, that mouth open, that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely the dumbass
Yeah,
look.
that's all. I didn't mean, nothing personal there. It's not going to work because I'm, ET, as you know, well-versed in solo. And let's do a little, let's do a test here. ET, you ready?
I'm ready.
ESPN, before the finals started, ranked every player in the finals. Let's see how it's playing out. Who is the best player in the finals right now, so far?
Right now, so
Yeah,
far.
who would be one? I mean, the best player. He's still the best player. He's the MVP.
SGA,
Shea, of course
yeah.
it is. No one close. Who's the second best player so far in the finals?
It could be one of three people.
I think it's probably Halliburton.
Okay, let's go Hallie.
Who's number 3?
I think it's Siakam.
You think Siakam's 2?
Yeah.
You think
And then I
Siakam
think,
over Jalen Williams?
And then I think it's Jalen Williams.
Siakam is 3 and Jalen is 4 in the pre. And this man makes perfect sense. Of course, it's top heavy. I think where we're going to differentiate is Holmgren been the 5th best player? Or I kind of feel like Neesmith has been.
Holmgren, he ain't hold it down.
I'll tell you, I just had a good series, and Icken doesn't like him. Former Nick was Toppin has played
real
well.
good series.
He's played very well.
He sucks because you don't play for the Knicks anymore. But he's been balling for the Pacers.
I will say this.
Can't make an open jumper.
They had Toppin at 13, and he has played better than Cason Wallace. He's played better than Lou Dort. He's played better than Isaiah Hartenstein.
I didn't see much from Lou Dort.
No, he hadn't done much. Hartenstein hadn't had a real good series either. I think he and Miles Turner are just kind of neutralizing each other. Neesmith is the one, I think. He's become a big weapon in this postseason. He's probably always been a weapon, but like you notice what he does. The guy who's way overranked here, I don't know why they fall in love with this dude, is Caruso. Is he hurt? Is he even playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
He's had a couple good games.
They do love him.
He ain't the 6th best player in this series. He never was, and to put him there,
They love him because they say he does all the stuff that you don't see, the hustle plays, the tip balls, and all of that.
Well, here's the problem.
McConnell's been better than him.
And they got him 17. Point being, ESPN, if you were trusting them to tell you who the better players are, they're a bunch of bleeming morons. This list is terrible. Anyone can get the top 4. We all know Shea, Siakam, Jalen Williams, and Halliburton. We all know those 4. Where if you're counting on the research, on the evaluation, then you go from 5 down, and they have absolutely butchered it all the way across. These Nimrods they've got McConnell 17 and Caruso 6.
I've got a better test.
They got Nembhard 11. Nembhard has, by the way, been 5th or 6th.
Well, he had a good game last night, but he had a terrible game the game before that. He's a little up and down. I've got a better test.
But so has Williams been up and down.
And I think that's true. But he had a game where he had 40.
Well, yeah, Nembhard will never do that.
Yeah.
Siakam would have to do that.
I'm going to ask you to take the 8-foot walk. I'm going to ask you to alert this microphone right here.
Well, get it
And
on.
then
I think that means turn it on. That's what he's trying to say.
show you a picture. I want you to tell me who this person is. Right there. Is that mic on?
Mic is on.
Okay, who's that? Do you know that? If you just look at that, do you know who that is?
No, I don't know who Buddy is.
Okay, now I'm going to remove this hand and look at his face, and you may or may not know.
All right. Is that Tom Brady?
Yes.
No.
It's Benjamin Button. I mean, look at this guy.
No way.
I mean, this is unbelievable what this cat is doing, dude. I don't know what he's up to. I just think about when he walked in front of the combine.
I think
that's the first thing I thought of is combine body.
Yeah. But even if you look at his face, you have a hard time realizing that's Tom Brady. I mean, this guy must be. I don't know what he.
He's a California.
I know.
He's got a lot of narcissists in him, which
that's fine. I mean,
serves him. He's cut though. His body does not look like a 45-year-old body.
No.
I mean, he's got
47.
He's got a 20-something-year-old stomach.
Yeah,
and that's what jumps out there.
Yeah, 47.
By the way, can I go back to basketball for 1 second? Yeah. I'm voicing frustrations today. I'm voicing frustrations. I find myself voicing them more and more and more and more with ESPN. I think ESPN has an obligation to be a sports leader in this country and to be accurate and to be insightful. And I just more and more find them to be distasteful.
Okay.
And another, and part of it is this, Dan, that they put these jokers on there for 12 hours straight and they talk about the most nonsensical things, and it's borderline unfair and unprofessional. To the good and the bad for the players. I watched these guys yesterday present Jalen Williams as perhaps the real MVP of the series for Oklahoma City. I watched them do that. Last night in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, you familiar with the plus-minus stat? This may be the worst plus-minus stat that any play. The Oklahoma City Thunder last night with Jalen Williams on the floor were minus 40.
Dear.
The rest of the team, you ready? Minus 11, minus 12, minus 17. Here's Lou Dort, minus 28.
Lou.
And then I got a plus 13, plus 9, plus 6, plus 9, minus 33 for Caruso, the other stud. So a day after ESPN is trying to sell you that Jalen Williams is as important and near good as Shea, he goes minus 40.
What's the last Game 7 we had in the NBA Finals?
It was the Lakers. Not the Lakers. LeBron.
Cleveland Golden State.
LeBron and Golden State, 16. The 3-1 comeback.
Yeah. Wow. It's been a while. And I just, it's not like, it certainly doesn't have the buzz that finals had.
Well, that finals was still in a heyday. That was a rebirth there. You had Steph just coming into his own. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to watch things change, like the evaluation and how quickly we make it. You remember Rick Bucher?
Yeah.
I'm watching some show yesterday. I watch way too much sports. They're having an NBA. They're tossing around and they're talking about Shea Gilgeous and he's the MVP. And so then they get into the top 10 point guards of all time.
Okay.
Now I'm going to ask you guys. Is there any way that Shea Gilgeous has earned his way into top 10 status?
Negative.
I mean, Rick Bucher's got him 8 overall, all time.
Bro, what, man?
It's just this urge. It's like we feel this need to proclaim any and everything we're seeing as the best ever, don't we? That wasn't all. It used to be sports, man. You had to earn it. You had to over-earn it.
Yes.
You had to, double prove yourself. Today, man, they'll throw an analytic. They'll run it through AI, and you're the best thing ever, boy. But Shea, I love. 8 all time?
That's crazy.
There were some other ones on there that were downright goofy. I don't remember the exact list, but I mean, I get it. We're in the moment. I mean, and by the way, point guards are it's more than that 31-point scoring average if you're a point guard for the true value of your team. Now, sometimes that Steph's a scoring point guard. Sometimes you're a scoring point guard, but the real point guards, to me, I feel more like Chris Paul, Magic Johnson,
John Stockton, Jason
Kidd. Give me a guy who give me 18 to 20 points and 10 to 15 assists. That
point guard, right?
And Shea's more Kobe.
Yep,
he is isolate and dominate really. So, you ready for the 9 o'clock hour?
Are we doing it?
Well, what do you mean? Are we doing it? Are we quitting?
Is McNasty coming?
Oh, good boy! I forgot it's Friday. We had the mailbag. ET's been going through that in there.
Mailbag.
So and some of the we've been given. What did y'all do mail last week or?
No,
I had Maddie in here giving mail. There was no nonsense. Maddie get Maddie on the advice column, buddy. We had that a couple of weeks ago. Ooh. All right, let's do this. Let's come back. I'm looking here. Somebody saw that same list I was talking about. Can you name, I don't know where this came from. Yesterday we received it, but I'm seeing it now. Can you name the only Mexican player ever to play in the NBA? Is it not that?
Isn't that
Jaquez from, isn't it the guy from?
No, I thought it was.
That was Jaquez, Jaime Jaquez.
He's Mexican?
I think he is, but he's probably a Mexican-American, I guess. I guess they're saying born in Mexico.
What about the guy, he was a point guard with the Heat?
Not Barbosa. He's Brazilian. Is that who you're thinking of?
No. It was.
Was it an American name almost?
God, what was his
name? Yeah, it got me.
I don't know. The only Mexican player in the NBA is Jaime Jaquez Jr.
So it is him.
Another Mexican player, Romel Beck, competed in the NBA for the Suns. The only Mexican-American player to win an NBA title is Toscano Anderson, who won with the Warriors.
So I was right with Jaquez, though. If you're Mexican, he is the one. Oh, interesting. All right, 9 o'clock hour.
Eduardo Najera.
Yeah,
That's what I was
Nahara.
thinking. Nahara.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I was thinking about.
He's from, but he's not a point guard. He was a big man, and he was from Oklahoma. He's a big man from Oklahoma. Nahara was like a 6'10" dude, like a forward center guy.
Arroyo? Was there an Arroyo?
He was Puerto Rican.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I knew I was trying to think.
He was on that team that came here. That beat the Olympic team.
Yeah.
Okay, Arroyo.
That was Arroyo.
He's
Carlos
not-
Arroyo.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
He's Puerto Rican. Yo soy Barincan. I'm aware of that.
El Yunque.
LeBron James?
American.
Not Mexican.
Not at all.
Just checking.
But he liked Taco Tuesday.
GFL Friday on the drill.
When you're making plays on the field, doesn't matter. Are you going to go out there, take hits, deliver the ball, and win ball games for us?
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hey, John, have you seen the exciting 2025 lineup at Rainy Marion Cadillac?
They've got the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique. It's a Cadillac lover's dream.
And the best part, over 100 new Cadillacs are in stock and ready for you to drive home today.
Plus, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and experience luxury and performance like never before.
Visit us today at Rainy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
Don't miss out on these incredible vehicles. Your new Cadillac awaits.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Love is in the air, Beards Diamonds. Listen up, couples. We got you an unbelievable offer. Hicken here for a limited time. Buy one, get one free on all the wedding bands. I mean, think about that. Buy his, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Talk about savings. Maybe up to 10 grand. You about to get married? You've been married for years, thinking it's time for an upgrade? Beards is your place, man. First off, they got plenty of bands to choose from, all the different types, right? I go over them, but go see, right? White gold, rose gold, platinum, you name it, they got it. Nobody has a bigger or better selection. So get to Beards now and find the wedding band that reflects your style, your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate stores, man, they can't do this. They won't do this. But Beards can. Shop local, shop Beards. Say hello to the Lupos when you go. Been doing it for 40 years, and it's happening now through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beards.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Jacksonville is staying cool with Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Don't sweat HVAC costs. Special financing makes upgrades a home run. Choose high-efficiency AC systems, spread payments over time, and keep the savings in your pocket. Apply fast, get approved quick, and enjoy comfort now. Over 20 years of HVAC expertise awaits. Get a quote today before the summer savings melt away.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 3:20 for the latest in sports injuries. From all the big names in the game, who's MIA, who's coming back from injury. Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 3:20.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is Joe C. from XL Primetime and stoked to crank up the 9 after 5 once again at the Golf Club of Southampton. Every Wednesday, a little after 5, the gang at Southampton will be hosting us with a new game, and I'm inviting you to be a part of it. Now, through the summer stretch, break up the week with a little hump day fun every Wednesday. Call 287-PLAY to get on the tee sheet. There'll be food afterwards and prizes, including playing for a membership at the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and hit the tee with Joe C.
Are your kids ready to play this summer? Come check out The Y. Summer is a time for kids to explore new things and expand the limits of their imagination. At The Y Summer Camps, every day is a new adventure. Kids can learn about STEM, arts and humanities, athletic sports, outdoor games, and more. Registration is now open, but space is limited, and spots are filling up quickly. Learn more and find your adventure at fcymca.org. Search Summer Day Camp.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
We're
Brooks here for Terminix. As temperatures warm up around us, ants come out in droves. And when they move into your home or business, it's unnerving. Terminix knows that ants add up fast, but Terminix subtracts them faster because living with ants isn't any fun. When ants show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with an ant problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Mack and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars, to trucks, to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by TopDressing.com. Gator head coach Todd Golden is embracing the depth in his backcourt, calling the surplus of playmaking guards a good problem to have.
You can never have too much volume. Then, if you have guys that can dribble, pass, and shoot, you're going to be really hard to guard. It's a very good issue that we have, and I'm excited to see these guys play together and see how teams are going to try to guard them.
Our statewide pro sports scene, a homer and one run allowed over 6 innings as the Baltimore Orioles beat the Tampa Bay Rays on Thursday. A tie-breaking solo home run in the 8th and 8 sharp innings pitched saw the Philadelphia Phillies beat the Miami Marlins on Thursday night. And in the IFL, the Jacksonville Sharks welcomed the Quad City Steamwheelers to the Shark Tank Saturday night. With the playoff race heating up, expect a defensive showdown in Duval. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:05 and it's 79 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
That's right.
Pretty excited about it. Oh, it's like it's karaoke all over again.
Right?
I've already used mine up, but we'll bang it out one more time.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been, when it's right, why wait until the middle of a cold dark night? When everything's a little clearer in the light of day. And we know the night is always gonna be here anyway.
Take it away, you guys.
Thinking of you, working up my appetite. Looking forward to the middle afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together, make the sparks ignite.
Yeah.
There you have it. After, go get you some Googles. Do not pass up the opportunity if available. I think we got it. Of course I used that line, you bet. Had anyone actually seen Anchorman and knew what I was referencing? No, but that didn't matter.
No.
That's how I went. I had it, doggone it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had a point. I thought it was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
We're heading to a Game 7, but this is certainly shaping up as you termed it, and we term it, it's a forgettable finals to a degree. Now, we'll see how we'll see what kind of staying power it has. I mean, if maybe by the time it ends Sunday night and we put it all in perspective, and Shea gets, maybe it'll be a little more remembering. But most forgettable finals since Magic and Jordan came into the league. I mean, Magic and Bird.
What is?
Yeah, what is the, or what are the?
I always thought that, like, But it had the Lakers in it, but it was Nets Lakers. Is that right?
Okay. The fact that you're saying, is that right? Puts it high on the forgettable.
Yeah.
Can I offer you a thought? I don't know if it's accurate or not, but did the Nets not go to 2 straight NBA finals?
Did they?
I think even more forgettable is their other finals. So, yes, I believe they lost to Shaq and Kobe in the finals. I think the Nets also went to another finals, which I would assume would make it more forgettable than the Lakers finals.
Spurs.
Right?
Yeah.
Didn't they go back-to-back years?
Yeah.
They had Vince Carter, Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
But a very forgettable team and very forgettable finals. That is probably the closest that I've been to not paying a whole lot of attention to the NBA or not being interested in it. Those, I think to a certain degree, if it weren't for the Lakers, the Indiana Lakers series would be forgettable. The Sixers Lakers series would be forgettable.
Pistons, who did they play and when they won?
Just recently? Like the Rip Hamilton Pistons?
Hamilton, yeah.
That was the Lakers
Tayshaun
too,
Prince.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Who did they beat?
Wasn't it the Lakers?
No.
Forgettable. I don't know.
You know what? That's a very good point. That's not a forgettable team. They're beating back LeBron in the East, and they're going to the finals.
It was the Lakers.
It was the Lakers.
Okay.
Kobe's Lakers and Gasol, and then they turned around and won the next year.
04.
Oh, 04. That's
Pistons went back-to-back, 04 and 05, with Larry Brown as coach.
I only remember them winning one.
They only won one.
Oh, okay. They went back.
They lost to the Spurs.
I see what you're saying.
In 7, though.
Yeah. That was a great.
Wow.
That was a team a lot like the Pacers. Just a bunch of good players, right? Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey, but it's not a bunch of Hall of Famers. Just good players.
Wallace,
Played well together. Rasheed Wallace. They're similar to the Pacers, I bet.
Yeah, but their names were a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
though.
they were a little better. They had, but listen, Siakam is a big name.
He is.
Siakam.
He's as good or big a name as those guys. And Halliburton has become that.
I'll tell you one that might be forgettable in a couple years. Nuggets Heat.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, right now, here's one thing that's going to lead to the forgettability. We can talk about the league being in our consciousness more than the TV ratings say, but the TV ratings do indicate those that are watching it night to night, especially in long-form fashion, and that's going to make it more forgettable because you won't have the memory of watching it. Like, it's easier to forget a final you didn't watch that you just followed the scores than it is to forget one you actually watched. And I think I think those New Jersey finals, I don't think I watched a bunch of those finals. I don't remember watching much of the was that the Spurs first, by the way? It may have been.
May have been.
It's also could be easier now to forget because of the way we consume it. Like how we do, we sit down and we watch it for 2.5 hours. But if you're only watching it on social media, getting the highlights, you can forget it. You feel me?
You know what's weird about the NBA, guys?
What's that?
That, I mean, Boston's 18 and the Lakers 17, and then 7, 6, and 5 are the next 3 of them, and then you get down to 1 pretty quick, man. You know, Cavs have won 1.
I would think most have won.
The Thunder have won 1 when they were Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle.
Right? The Hawks have won 1 when they were St. Louis.
1957.
The Wizards have won 1.
When they were the Bullets.
Wes Unseld and Phil Chenier.
Elvin
Hayes. The Blazers won. The Mavericks won. The Baltimore Bullets won. The Kings. The Kings won 1?
Must have been
1951.
That's Buffalo, maybe? Or
no. I don't know.
Minneapolis? I don't know what that is.
The Raptors won. The Nuggets won. And then 0, the Suns have won no titles.
Yeah, and they've
the
been
Jazz, the Nets, the Magic, the Pacers.
I mean, at least we have one as a Hawk. Of course, it wasn't in Atlanta. It doesn't count, man.
Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, a lot of teams with 0 and 1 and 2 in the NBA. So, Game 7 coming up when? Sunday night. We talked a lot about Prisco's Top 100 today and the fact that the Jags don't have, what do we have, 2 in there?
Yeah, and I think that's highlighted by the fact that we've used the number 1 pick in the draft on guys.
We have another year here, and this is where we got to start finding, you got to have stars/dogs. You can have some dogs who aren't in the top 100, but you got to have some stars too, man. I mean, if you go look at the top 100, you're going to find Mahomes, and you're going to find some Chiefs in there.
Most of that list is a year-to-year who was good last year. Most of that list.
You got those top 4 quarterbacks, and 3 of them, by the way, are in the AFC. You got to topple them, right? So how do you topple them? How do you beat those guys? What a challenge.
Do you think Trevor is worse than when he came into the league, or just hasn't gotten better? Do you think he's worse? Do you think he's less talented and worse than he was in 22?
No.
Because he was a top 100 player that year.
Yeah.
He was on all the lists, right? He was 7th quarterback, all those things. So you got to...
His second year.
Right, his second year. That's what I'm saying.
After his second year, he was in the top.
Right. After 2022, that offseason.
Was that the only time he was in the top 100?
Probably, because then he got hurt in the next. I don't know. He had a good first half and then got hurt. I don't know how they deemed his 2023. Certainly not last year.
No.
But 2022, right. The first year was terrible. Year 2, the quote, first year with Peterson when the 25-8 or whatever the number was, and they went to the playoffs. Yes, he was a top 100 player. I mean, he was a Pro Bowl quarterback. He has all that stuff. So that's what can give you hope.
Right.
As to what the ceiling is at the position. He's already, if we're looking at guys got to be top 100 players, well, he is. He has been. He's just not right now. Hadn't been based on how the team is playing.
Yeah.
But you need a lot more than a flash.
I was thinking a little bit like it's maybe an unfair parallel.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking of this when I watch. Edmonton's a small market. They have the Oilers. They have the best player in hockey,
Connor McDavid.
Yeah, that's kind of who we thought we were getting when we drafted Trevor. That's how.
But McDavid ended up being the top.
Yes,
he has. He is.
Yes.
I wouldn't have done that.
And that's
what happened in the finals.
Well,
it takes more. We talked about. They had 4 big boys.
Yeah,
Miami.
Yeah, and they've gone to the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years in a row. And he has fulfilled, and now that, Edmonton fans don't think this, but obviously the rest of the NHL is like, he's going to have to go somewhere else. And they're getting this discussion. But my point is this: Connor McDavid came in much ballyhooed and sort of has delivered. And again, we were thinking along those lines, and maybe we were stupid, but we didn't bring up generational talent. They told us generational talent. And maybe he still can be, but it doesn't look like that.
It looks more like a ceiling of Jared Goff. Things are right around you, and you've got a good team. He's smart. He's got all the tools, all the intangibles, until he proves that he's more than that.
Right.
But he looks more Jared Goff which can be enough. Yeah. Was it though last year for Detroit? No, it wasn't. And Goff was not good in that playoff loss.
Right.
But that's where, and he's got to get, and hopefully we'll get to a higher level than that. I think that when all said and done and the histories are written, that Trevor Lawrence will be every bit the quarterback that Baker Mayfield was in his career.
I know, but
that's what I think. I think we'll get to those numbers. I think they'll start to show up this year.
That's fine, but that's not what we signed up for.
Well, it's number one. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's
all I'm
fair.
saying. And again, I'm not.
You may reach those other heights too. I mean, if you end up being every bit as good as Baker Mayfield, depending on what's around you, you may get these other things that lead to that. And
if I had told, let me put it this way, Pros. The day after we drafted him, if me and you sat on this program and I told you 4 years from now he's going to be 22-38, you would have told me, you would have slapped me silly and called me every name in the book and told me no possible chance. And if I had told you that, he would be at 69 touchdowns and 46 picks, you'd say,
I can deal with the turnovers being high. I'll accept every parameter, but when the one loss record is kind of, that 3-14, you almost got to throw that out and really start it with Peterson, and and it's still not good enough. It's still sub 500, but it's way better than the Jaguars have ever been for any extended period. We're a 4-12, 5-11, 6. Yes,
not way better than any period.
Well,
96, 97, 98, 99.
That's it.
That's what we should be. That's what we want.
Well, you bet.
Yeah,
you bet. And maybe with Tom Coughlin rather than Urban to start that process, they got there quicker, right?
No, that's fair. That was a terrible mistake, but we can't go back to that 4 years later.
No. Well, listen, again, it's all about reasons/excuses.
Yes.
For some people write off others' reasons as excuses and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to tell you that there is this team has constructed, this offense has constructed, should be a productive the quarterback in this offense should go 35-10.
Right.
And that's
35 is a little high.
Well, I will say
30. I'll take 30.
And again, we all predict that.
Yeah.
So we're living in this double metaphor here of not believing in Trevor or worried about Trevor, yet dollar on the table saying he's going to have these numbers that you want or expect. So it's kind of an odd dynamic.
60.6% of his passes last year. That went down from a career high 66.3 in his second year.
Right.
His third year was, again,
the first half until he got injured. That's what happened. He was rolling.
Only threw 21 touchdowns. That ain't rolling.
Yeah, and it is if 17 of them came in the first 6 games or 8 games.
I don't think that's the case.
I'm going to give you his numbers when he got hurt.
Yeah.
I know that he had that stretch
he did.
Between the two halves.
I know he did. And again, sacked 32, 27, 35, 18. That's not great, but that's not horrific.
I saw something the other day, though. The least amount of time to throw in the league.
Yeah.
So that matters in addition. Sure, the sacks, and that might cause some of the inaccurate to get out of a play. Again, all won't matter this year. None of these things matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter why. What are you going to do now moving forward with this group of people and these coaches? And it's certainly no sure thing. It's not the one area that is undisagreeable is it is certainly not what we thought when he was drafted. That's a fair point.
That's all.
That's a fair point.
Right.
But as fans of a crappy team, be at least comforted that you don't have a dadgum dog with fleas bottom 5 in the league like we've had so many years of our existence.
That's fair.
We spent high draft picks on guys that we wasted 5 years with.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with more. This is The Drill on 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. High school. Check. College. Check. Pro. Check. We've got you covered.
This is big time boss season.
1010 XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
Jacksonville, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, always facing interesting economic times. That's why I count on my guys at ITP Partners. When the Dow goes up or Dow goes down, steady is the course, man. I got tariffs. I don't know what that means, but I know who knows. And it's because they have experience, expertise, and knowledge. And that's Reed Wingate and Janice Cobb. That's Dan Abel and Reagan Wright. That's Jeff Hartman and Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP partners that I count on and that many of my friends and many of my family count on as well because they sit down, they listen to us. They're always available. They're always there for us. They're helping us make money. And I love that. I love that more than anything. My goals become their priority. So if you're looking to get in the game, what a great time to get started. ITP Partners always there to help. For more info, Chris at ITBPartners.com or give them a call, 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life.
This is Mike Lynch, PGA Golf Professional. Take it from me. If you're dealing with an orthopedic issue, talk to the doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where you're treated like a pro.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros. Thanks to all of you who have allowed us to be part of your recovery. Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
Pickett here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. Pretty nice weather we're having, huh?
You think this is nice?
I mean, it's sunny, warm. We do live in Florida.
It's not all upside, Jason. Warm weather comes, so all the cool people hit the beach. My old air conditioner craps out, so it's 1,000 degrees inside, and I'm stuck on a video call in my underpants trying not to sweat through my...
Wait. Put these sunglasses on.
I'm not going to put on your... Whoa.
The air conditioning experts at Bueller Air and Plumbing can keep your home office cool and comfortable all summer long. You look good in your meeting, impress the big guy with your cool confidence, maybe finally make assistant deputy regional manager.
Wow, air conditioning can do that?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all summer worried the weather is going to be too nice, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
You lost your swing. We got to go find it.
It's your Saturday morning swing adjustment.
Grip it and rip it.
Get the golf tips and talk to take your game to the next level. The Edwin Watts Golf Hour. Saturday mornings at 10 on 1010XL.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Have you been diagnosed with moderate to severe opioid use disorder? You may qualify for a new clinical research study. Dr. Ferdinand Formoso is now enrolling participants to evaluate the effectiveness of a non-opioid medication treatment option for OUD. Qualified participants will receive study-related care at no cost and may be eligible for reimbursement of travel and accommodations. To qualify, applicants must be 18 to 65 years old, have been diagnosed with moderate to severe opioid use disorder, and have not been on medication to treat opioid use in the last 3 months. The study lasts up to 22 weeks, with weekly visits during treatment. If you're ready to explore a new path forward, visit OUDstudy.com for more details and qualifications. Take the first steps and visit OUDstudy.com. That's OUDstudy.com. OUDstudy.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
So, the bottom line is like
nicely done, E.
Now on Google, you know, if you just do a generic search, the first thing it does, ET, you probably come across this, gives you the quote AI overview.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and then you can go to the more traditional Google results that you would get, or you can expand the AI. I guess I don't know what that means, so I put in. You ready? I put in this for the Google search. Mike Schultz sucks. This is what it told me.
Oh, boy.
This is what AI says about my statement. The statement, Mike Schultz sucks, is subjective and reflects negative opinions about Mike Schultz's performance as a manager, particularly during his time with the Cardinals. Some fans and analysts criticize his managerial decisions, such as bullpen usage and lineup construction, while others defend him, pointing to his success in leading the Cardinals to the postseason and earning Manager of the Year honors. Here's a more detailed breakdown of the arguments, and then it goes into some of the others. Now, at the end of the day, philosophical differences, overplaying hand with front office, can't work well with others, and just terrible, mean-spirited, ugly human being. That's probably what the negatives would be.
Want to do a couple letters here?
Oh,
Your drill
boy.
letters.
It's a mess out there.
We ready to help some people?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I do think this. I think the style of advice they're getting is being accepted. And so if you send the letter in now, you got to understand that, man, we're going to give it to you real. If you want to be real, we're going to give it to you real, and you got to go do real things. We're not playing any of this in your feelings, la nonsense. It's the wrong place for that.
No.
All
Wrong
right.
place for it.
You're not going to get Dear Abby, where everyone kumbaya.
Hey.
We're going to keep it real here on the streets of Jacksonville, FLA.
Actual letters.
We need Dear Drill music, please. Sure.
Dear Drill, my husband and I recently moved out of Jacksonville. His only living relatives, a sister, recently came to visit. She's never been married. She's a retired professional. Has a great retirement, especially since she has no children. During her visit, she gave us a housewarming greeting card with a $50 Visa gift card. This was unusual, as she's never in 50 years given us anything. She's very tight with her money and always insists on paying for her part of any restaurant bill separately. While she was here, I made a comment about her paying for a $5 coffee for her brother, and she became highly offended. I knew she would, so I kind of goaded her. She then mentioned the $50 gift card she gave us, and I said, I probably didn't even tell her brother about it, even though she was in the room when she gave it to us. He was in the room when she gave it to us. We don't need her money. I want to mail it back and say thanks for the thought, but we don't need it. What should I do?
I think you are a total raging bizzle.
Oh,
yeah. I think the sister.
Hardcore.
I think the sister-in-law should be writing a letter about you.
Yeah.
What? Either accept the gift and nicely, or don't say anything. You're a nasty person. I don't know who wrote this.
Nasty.
You're the problem. I don't.
Part of McNasty.
Yeah, you're the problem. So I got no advice for you other than take your card, spend it, shut up. Don't say anything to her. She's a nice lady who watches her money. Do you have a joint account? You're a nasty person, lady. You should be married to Mike Schilt. No L, no D.
I gotta agree with Jeffrey here. You're not a good person. She gave you some bread out of the goodness of her heart, and then you want to go and do that.
It's your sister-in-law. She doesn't owe you like she's doing. They know what that reeks of. She does really well and doesn't give us any free money. That's what I read out of that whole thing.
Wow.
My husband's sister does really, really well, but she doesn't give us anything for free. So now that she's given us something, I'm going to send it back. I'll show her.
Wow.
That's who that is.
Let's do another one. Dear Drill, I found out that behind my back, my best friend has been secretly growing hair for the past year. He knows I've been balding for many years. Although I've accepted my follicular fate, he knows I constantly search for self-improvement in that area of my life. What bothers me is that he didn't share the information until I mentioned I was thinking about trying Rogaine. That is when he told me he had been using a similar product for the past year and it seemed to be working. He even took off his baseball cap, which he's curiously been wearing for a year, to show me the modest results. I doubt he would have shared this if I hadn't raised the subject. I feel shafted by his secrecy. I don't see it as a private matter that had to be concealed. I do understand that he may have felt embarrassed to admit it bothered him and that he was taking steps to address. What is the rule of etiquette under these circumstances?
I feel like getting shafted for you is a goal and a...
Oh, no.
Yeah, and an accomplishment, buddy.
Oh, no.
I mean, there's dainty. There is sissified.
Okay.
And then there's you, boss. Then there's you. I don't know what to tell you. This is the last day I do letters. We're not doing letters anymore. I got a dude calling in crying because his friend is growing hair.
Yeah.
What godforsaken planet am I on?
What do you got?
You said there's dainty, there's sissified, and then there's zesty.
Zesty.
This guy's.
Hey, I got time for one more letter.
This guy's as fruity as grape nuts.
You letter writers are getting beat up on today, and this one may follow the same path. Dear Drill, this is an older person. My 40-year-old daughter is on a weight loss injections, no sugar diet.
40-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sounds like it might be another 40-year-old virgin.
I offered to bake her a sugar-free cheesecake, and she said, great.
Okay.
But she asked me to make a tester cake 3 days before. I explained that the cake has a lengthy preparation process involving a very slow bake in a water bath and 12 hours chill time. I suggested she wait, but she insisted, so I made it early. She cut a slice of it and exclaimed how great it tasted. 3 days later, I baked and decorated a carrot cake to use as her official birthday cake since the sugar-free cake had been cut and wouldn't look nice in photos. Carrot is her children's favorite. I hosted everyone in an expensive restaurant. I gave her French perfume and a weekend getaway.
Good Lord.
When we returned from the dinner, my daughter angrily said, "Get in here so we can cut this stupid cake, which I can't eat." I was shocked and confused. She said I should have made a cake of a flavor she dislikes, but I pointed out that she had the sugar-free cake too. Apparently, she had expected me to bake a second sugar-free cheesecake. I chewed her out for being ungrateful. Was I wrong?
The daughter is wrong, but this is well-earned, lady. This didn't happen at 40. This happened at age 3 and 5 and 7 and 9. And every time she came to you, you doubled over backwards and entitled this miserable witch to the point that you do something nice for her and she complains. So, yeah, I mean, your daughter, you've raised a miserable woman.
Oh, no.
Miserable.
A big weight-injecting, complaining, carrot cake eating, sugar-free, nonsensical witch. That's what your daughter is. My last day, I can't deal with this anymore. Y'all got to send some real questions that have to do with real decisions, not about my friend is growing hair or my mom wouldn't bake me 2 cakes. We're screwed under 40. E.T., thank God, even under 40, you don't act like these letter writers. Every letter writer we get under the age of 40 is living on some other planet, bro. Some other planet. All 3 of these, they go to the Mike Schilt Island.
E?
I got nothing.
You got none. This is the drill on 1010XL. Turn for home next.
The drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Start sequence 1.
This is Mayflower 1 calling Mission Control. Do you read me? Over.
This is Mission Control. Identify yourself and give me a position.
Jacksonville Sports Radio. 1010XL.
Hey, Hickett here from my friends at Zero Res. I love the cleaning freaks, man. Why? Because they're unbelievably good. They're going to make your house look better, feel better, smell better. And you know what they do? They win. The cleaning freaks from Zero Res win. They win on the carpets. They win on the tile and grout, the hardwood, the laminate, the stone, the upholstery, the rugs, the air ducts. Yeah. That's right. Zero Res uses their platinum-rated cleaning system that safely and effectively removes all the deeply embedded nasty dirt, dander, and bacteria. Right now, big summer savings. We'll get you 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $129, and we'll also take 20% off your air duct cleaning. Gang, jump on this one. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com or call 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res. If you spell it backwards, you spell it forwards. Think about it. Zero Res. It spells the same.
Hayes Carline here. If you're shopping for a new ride, you've got to check out Atlantic Infinity. Not only do you get a luxury vehicle, you also get the Atlantic Infinity Promise Free with every new car. That's almost $2,500 in added value just for buying smarter, and you don't have to sweat it out on the lot. Shop in their indoor climate-controlled showrooms. It's cool, comfortable, hassle-free. They're on Atlantic near St. John's Bluff, or browse anytime at AtlanticInfinity.com.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Want to support a locally and veteran-owned company? If you need a new AC, we should be your first and only call. Ideal Conditions keeps you cool. Just ask your AC. Call 904-500-COOL or visit idealconditionsjacks.com.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
Idealconditionsjacks.com.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Mia here for Closets by Design. It's been a few months since they built my custom closet, and you know how much I love it. My family is obsessed. With summer here, why not finally create that custom garage workspace you and your dad want? Think tool storage, workbenches, a place for everything to go. Closets by Design creates custom solutions for every space, lifestyle, and budget. That includes all you guys. Call to schedule your free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off. ClosetsByDesign.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 20th, 1993, the Chicago Bulls became the first team since the Celtics of the 60s to win 3 straight titles after they beat the Phoenix Suns in 6.
Spend an evening with heart. One night, 2 sets. A journey through the hits and timeless classics. June 24th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com. Don't miss an evening with Heart live.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
Love is in the air. Beards Diamonds. Listen up, couples. Got you a great offer. Hicken here. For a limited time, buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. That's right. When you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000, man. Are you about to get married? Been married for years, thinking it's time for an upgrade? Don't miss the deal of the year on the ultimate symbol of love. Beards has hundreds of bands, top designers, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands. You get the idea. Nobody has a bigger or better selection of wedding bands than Beards. So get to Beards now. Find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beards can. And it's happening through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol. For a limited time, buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. That's right. When you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Shop local. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, time to cool down from a busy, super duper Friday. Heading into the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Lots going on in the sports. Well, we got a Game 7 coming up on Sunday night. Jaguars are off and up, out and about. I saw that Travis Hunter did a appearance over at Dick's Sporting Goods the other day. Baseball's in full swing. Got College World Series finals now. Coastal Carolina against LSU. So that'll be fun. That's going on this weekend as well as you get all the way down to the very end in college baseball. Oh, finally, it's about time. That's where we're at. Jack Caglione hit a couple home runs yesterday. He and Wyatt Langford exchanged jerseys after the game, which was a cool sight. That was a really good
I saw
team.
India's on that team, too. That was a big Gator fest there.
Yeah.
Jonathan India, earlier than those guys, also a former Gator.
Yeah.
I'm cooling down on let's just take a chill pill on where your favorite baseball team is. I find myself somewhat annoyed by the sudden party throwing. The Braves are selling 15 over 500 in first. You're 5-6 games under 500 and 10 games back in the East.
You have 3 with the Marlins this weekend.
They did all they could do. That's all they could do. Anything less than that, but again, there's still a ton. The best thing that you can say about the Braves from a life standpoint is that they were 15.5 back a week ago. You made up 5 in a week. You don't get to do that very often. But they also had a week where they lost 5 in a week when they lost all 7 of those games and y'all were hot. So, it is what it is. That the reality will come. They're going to go to New York next week for 4, and at best they'll probably go 2-2, and then that'll, whatever. Let's get to 500. Let's see. 3, as Dan said, at the Marlins this weekend, which, we'll see. We'll see how serious they are. If they're serious, they sweep the series. But we're going pitching. We're pitching poor right now for that one. We throw in all the big boys against you. We save it on both ends for that.
If a coach leaves the team to take an indefinite leave to address personal matters, does coach need to tell people what the personal matter is or no?
No.
Okay.
But it depends on their relationship.
No.
Some may
the
want
media,
to tell you.
the team, the fan base. Do they need to know? No.
No.
All right.
I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
Who is the coach? Is it someone we know, or is it?
Probably not. The Indiana Fever coach.
Personal business, it's not
taking her
nobody's
second
business.
leave.
Yeah. That's up to the team.
Yeah.
The team can decide if that personal is interfering with professional obligation, and they can decide. But I'm with E. I see no reason to go sharing the personal information. I think the fact that you're just saying they're out for personal information.
That should be it, right?
That's enough.
Right.
That's been honored pretty well through the years.
Yeah,
that hadn't changed much.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I want to know it more with the player. I'm not going to lie. And that may not be any more fair. It's probably unfair. But when a player just, like Josh Allen misses the season finale for personal reasons, that don't fly to me. That's game day.
Now, of course, we want to know.
Yeah. I think for players, you have a right to know more than you do for, say, a WNBA coach. I do. I think it matters what it is, what the scale of what it is you're talking about. And if a quarterback isn't going to play for personal reasons, it has so much more impact than if a WNBA coach is taking a few days off.
A lot of people got on Josh Hines Allen last year.
That's what I mean.
Season's end.
Yeah. I would. I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that your last regular season game is the time to do anything personal. And if it's something that you can't play football, sit on the bench. That would be my, preferred method.
What if you got a family emergency?
Well, that's say family emergency.
Well, that's a personal leave, and they may have. I don't remember
when it's emergency. I think they hear that you think you hear emergency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just interesting. In that and what people think, and what people feel like you have a right to know, not a right to know, et cetera, et cetera. So, I think everybody kind of has opinion on that. So, going forward, what do you got this weekend?
All quiet, pretty much. I think.
Yeah, no drinking.
Been busy the last couple of weeks and weekends. So
busy.
As far as
drinking, or
I said, I've been busy. I've been doing stuff. I've been going. So I think I'm just gonna chill a little bit.
Chill.
I think. All right. Well, what do you got going on? Did I miss something? Or something big going on I'm not aware of? Et.
Well, we got the party tonight. E.
Oh. Okay, well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy that one. That'll be, I know there's no party. ET is actually, I'm going to go over to the Pricey ET and Gritty this evening.
Yeah, I'm in
a flag football game
woods.
over there at the Julington Creek Park.
And I just now learned this. It's not flag football. It's 7-on-7, which I guess there's a difference between 7-on-7.
They wear flags or no?
I don't think so. I think it's tag. I think. I'm going to learn.
No, Hick did the 7. That's flags, isn't it, Hick?
Yeah, I think so.
Or touch, you mean? You're saying?
I think it's two-hand touch. I think it changed, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll find out. I'll bet that.
I'll find out, too, because Gritty definitely don't have no flags.
See if this is bad reporting. He doesn't have any flags, so it better be touch.
I'll find out.
It'll be hard to tackle him then.
I need to borrow one. I have to borrow one. I'm looking at this guy tweet out this picture. My local club golf course, 96-yard par 3, but there's a big, giant oak tree right in front of the green.
Good. As well there should be if it's a 96-yard par 3 on a real club.
Yeah.
Go Crimea River, go to Palencia, and it's a 70-yard par 3, and there's a tree right in front of one of those greens. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Is that the that signature hole? Is it that one?
At
Palencia where the tree
it leans over. Yeah, it's early in the round, a long par 3.
Interesting.
Longish.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how that all Well, that all pans out going forward. What else did we determine today? We determined that Jeff hates the Padres skipper. Doesn't like him one bit.
Oh, I always have. And again, my accurate, everyone else is wrong. My accurate placement of this dude where he belongs in society's evaluation of character and personhood.
We've got a
Sunday's the finals. Dano, like Jeff and I, we think OKC's going to win it. Do you think the same, or you think Pacers going to pull it out?
No, I think OKC's going to win it. I think OKC's going to win it. We have.
I don't think it'll be close. I'd lay this. I think it's down to 7.5. I'd lay it.
We have a good golf tournament going on.
Yeah, good for Stewie.
Scotty Scheffler 8 under. Wyndham Clark 6 under. Rory McIlroy 6 under. Keegan Bradley 6 under. Patty Cantlay. He's got 2 under already. Didn't one of you guys pick Patty Camp? No, Stewie did.
Oh,
awesome.
Wow.
Good. Get them both, Stewie. Good for you.
Yeah. Who'd you pick? Cameron Young? Forever Young?
Cameron Young and Xander Schauffele.
Who did I pick, E?
Let me see if I can.
Cameron Young had a good week. A good day.
Cameron Young 5 under, yeah.
That's not bad. Are they back on
you
the
got
course?
Rory and Victor Hovland.
Oh, Victor's 4 and Rory's 6.
I got JT and Sam, the Worm Eater.
So he's doing bad, and everyone else is doing good but me. Is that basically what we're saying?
Who do you have?
I told you. I got Cameron Young, and I got
Xander.
Schauffele didn't do anything, I don't think.
Oh, the Schauffele? Yeah, Schauffele was 1 under.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Very nice.
1 under?
Yeah. Gary Woodland, by the way, +4 today. Oof.
I need, again, this is the last one with that big payout. I need to win this one. Yeah, all the guys that were picked are up there. Morikawa, Thomas.
Jordan Spieth withdrew,
Burns.
by the way. First time ever, I think he's withdrawn from a tournament.
Yeah, everyone's guys are ahead of my guys. So perfect. Should be fun. Look forward to the weekend. Can't wait for the river run.
By the way, Sepp Straka 4 over. So it was good that you were off his.
I put him in the fantasy team. You bet I did.
Oh, did you?
There are 2 guys that if I pick them, they do good. They do nothing, and if I don't, they win. Straka and Scheffler. I've had opportunities to take Scheffler. He never comes through when I get him. I had him last week. Never when I get him. But give him to the tour, he'll win.
Well, the way it's going, you might get a chance to get him at the British. E, get us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah.
Hello, Tony.
Good morning.
What's cooking for you guys on a football Friday?
We'll have Tommy Mack in with us.
Tommy Mack.
We do each Friday. And our question of the day today, asking other than Brian Thomas Jr. and Josh Hines Allen, who is the best player currently on the Jacksonville Jaguars roster?
Oh, boy. Good question.
We know what the answer should be.
Right.
I'm curious to see how many times that'll be the name we get. But we know what we all want the answer to be.
It has to be.
Right, to be the top of the list, actually.
Has to be.
Like at some point in time, but he's not there right now.
No.
And so we'll discuss that and some of the other good candidates for who this might be. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, well, have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony are getting ready to rock and roll with Jaguars today. Jeffrey, our work has been completed, from what I understand.
It's been a long week.
Long week.
Great production.
Tough week.
Just given both here and abroad. Put in some time at the stadium this week. A lot of people don't know. It's what we do behind the scenes, grinding to give you a winner.
Oh, we did. E.
Yup.
Time to swerve.
In the corner. Whoa.
Got his purse today, Dan? Does he have his purse today?
Yes, he does.
It's a satchel, and yes, I do have it.
He brought the purse in to spite me.
Sweet summer on the First Coast.
And the radio.
1010XL, Jacksonville's summer station.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of